Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kill Connor Club podcast. I'm one of your hosts, James, and I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
As always. What's up, mate? How you feeling?
Not much, other than this cold, obviously. I mean, you can hear it, but, you know, other than that, it's all good. Everything's going good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're
cool,
good.
man.
It feels like it's been a while since we've done a live one of these, so
It's been a minute. I think, what's the last one? Because we haven't done just a Kill Connor Club with just you and I since episode
February, third one of the year.
66.
Yeah.
66.
It's fucking mental.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Which was the Black Panther Thoughts discussion episode.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
The Black Panther came out. So we had a streak of Ethan, Super Rebel, Nick, then it was the Four Pillars, and then it was Megan and Brett.
Bloody
Jesus
hell.
Christ.
We did good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
We did. I am too.
Good.
I'm very impressed with that. Our longest streak ever. But after that point, like, as much, we loved all the guests. We had a great time. They were a great podcast. But you and I both agree. We're like, God, can we just you and I do a podcast?
Yeah, we need to settle the fuck down for a week. Bloody hell.
It's just like I feel like it's like a holiday almost in a way, because it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I always like really. I hate to say. So with guests, right? It's like we're planning because like we want to almost impress them, right? Like, well, we have things planned, like it's an actual real show. Then you and I get together, like, yeah, whatever. We'll just talk about fucking dicks. Who cares? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
We don't need to impress anybody. No one needs to be impressed by this.
Yeah, it's good.
There doesn't need to be a show.
Just calm down. Everything's all
like,
good. It's chill.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I don't need a list. I mean, I have a long list here, but I don't need it.
Better.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I just want to ask everyone before we really get into it. Just let me know if the audio's okay. Are we at sort of the same volume level? Yeah, that'd be great to get that feedback, and just like the stream, just to get started, because that'd be great.
Cool beans. Yeah. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in right now to the Kill Connor Club podcast, whether you're here live with us on YouTube or listening back on YouTube, SoundCloud, or iTunes. Thank you. We appreciate it. Just to let you know that if you like this and you'd like to listen to more podcasts, you could just head over to patreon.com/as always for exclusive podcasts, the Kill Connor Clubhouse. Every week, the Kill Connor Club isn't on. So that's exciting. And they help power extra podcasts like spoiler casts. And we're going to be doing, and I'm saying this now, James hasn't agreed to it, but we have to do it because I'm announcing it, a spoiler cast for Solo, a Star Wars story.
Okay.
Yep, and also early access to cool shit. I put a surprise up there today for early access. So to thank a few of those sweet vintage lads over at patreon.com/as always, we have King Richard III, Ballsack47, Tman, Travis, Billy, the Team Tynamite Captain Robertson, Josh Devillier, Damian, Mario5380, Lumistrad, Josh Jordan, McZ68, a new sweet vintage lad, welcome, Ben or Modorox, TheHumbleWorm, Elstico91, Emil Katborg, type quieter please, Austin, Sjors, GdayItslaZer, Prudhvi Muvva, Shaded Rav, Julli, Adam Sundling, HBards12, SaggyTits, Jace the Last Medici, the AMCJS. I think someone's changed it. People changed their names. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess
I'm not even
looking at
the list.
Yeah, James and Ladd, Frankie Gaffney, Yazen, Joe the Sexy Boy Smith, Brian Ford, Connor DeRose, Ginger Nut Jared, Big Up Long Ed Fox, George Welford, Josh Amora, Gene, Marcus Blackburn, Nimbus, Seth, Oscar, Ravjai, Zach Near, oh god, Zach, Son of a Bitch, Ochi Tonga, Brendan, Obiku Overlord, and Pick Flame 313. Thank you, Sweet Vintage Lads, for helping out this podcast. Yeah, we fucked that up.
We never say his. I always say Tyler Tranner because I can't help it.
You do.
But
yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh well.
One day I'll stop.
Oh, well. Okay. Why does James logo a horse?
I don't know, man. Harlan keeps doing that. He's got some horse obsession. I have no fucking idea, man.
Yeah,
it's got nothing to do with me.
Specifically asked for no horse.
I've been doing it for 3 years. I'll be like, Tyler, make sure Harlan knows no horses, and Harlan's like, no, I need to draw this horse, man. He's just obsessed.
The funny part is, like, that is the exact discussion, but with opposite people.
I need the horse. I can't not have the horse.
Yeah. All right. So housekeeping's out of the way, thank God. What else is happening? What else is new? What's been going on?
Not too much. Oh, I had my birthday. That was all right.
You did. You did have your birthday. You turned 21.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man.
How do you feel? Do you feel more mature and older? You feel like you've entered a new phase of life?
Yeah, I really do. Like, it was that day I was like, look, it's different now. I feel different. I feel totally different. I feel like a new man. No, I don't. I feel the same. But, you know, that was all right.
Well, I mean, do you feel good now? Because I know you've been dying to like go, because you haven't been able to like go to America. You can't go to Vegas or go clubbing out there. And like, I know how excited you were for that, and I know you're like planning like a Vegas trip now, the year 21.
Oh yeah,
Right?
100%.
Right, that's you. What did you
Yeah.
do? What did you get up to? Family stuff.
Yeah, well, we went out for dinner. That was all right, and then came back.
With who? Who's
Well,
we?
with my family, meaning like with my parents, with George, my grandparents, and my uncle, and Elva came over as well, and went out for dinner. And then we came back, and sort of just chilled for a bit.
Got really drunk?
Had some drinks. Went in the hot tub, and that was about it.
Hot tub?
Alright. Oh, we watched the whole. Because we were talking about comedy and stuff, and I said to my mum like, oh, you should watch Ricky Gervais' stand-up, because she likes Ricky Gervais, and then I put it on in the background, and we ended up just watching the whole thing, which was a good time. So that was
that's good. That's a good special. That's a very good special.
It definitely is. But that happened, and yeah, that was about all we got up to. So it was alright. I enjoyed myself, so that was good.
Nice, fantastic. And now you've got no significant birthdays until you're 30.
Yeah. Well, that's super depressing, but you know.
Yeah.
If I make it to 30, I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, you probably won't.
Have a heart attack, maybe.
No, I'm more worried about like your malnourishment with no vitamin D, because you're not ever seeing the sun.
Yeah, that's true.
You
that's
know,
fair,
yeah, that's something that could happen.
Yeah.
Malnourishment. Also, the amount of sugar you drink could be an issue.
Yeah.
Diabetes is one. Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if I already have diabetes, to be honest, and I just don't know about it.
I mean, you do. You just haven't had like blood tests or anything. You definitely do. You have like stage 50 diabetes. Just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're not unhealthy.
That's very true.
Exhibit A.
I'm slowly dying.
Yeah. So, sorry to drop the spoiler cast news on you, James, but I've said it out loud.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, both you and I expect it from Jamie, because he's sort of like a big Star Wars fan. But even you said, I mean, you didn't say it was like amazing, but like you said it was good. Like you had a good time. It is good. And like something that I didn't expect is you said like, you know, the bloke playing Han was like a standout performance, like he did a really good job.
Yeah, I thought but then again, people might. Yeah, because look, I'm gonna be real with you here. I didn't want to like the movie. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to enjoy that. I was going in. I literally said, I'm like, I have to see it because I have to be able to hate it. I can't just keep talking shit about this movie if I haven't seen it. You know, I have to see the movie if I'm gonna like rant about it. So I'm like, well, I better see it. Plus, it's Star Wars. And the main reason, I've been saying this from the start, you and I you agreed on this. We both said that if the guy sucks at playing Han Solo, the movie's going to suck. Like, how can you have a good movie? It doesn't matter what the story is. It doesn't matter how good the story is. It doesn't matter how good everyone else is. If the guy playing Han sucks, the movie's going to suck.
Yeah.
But he was excellent. I would use the word excellent. He was fantastic.
So nothing like the trailers? Because he was terrible in the trailers.
Literally, the worst trailer lines were the worst lines of the whole movie. I'm like, is there any way you could have used other parts of the movie for the trailers?
Strange.
Like, yeah, like he's definitely not the same Han Solo that's in. Like, I'm gonna obviously keep this spoiler free. We'll do a proper spoiler cast.
Yeah.
But like, I think, and I don't want to give you these high expectations of him because maybe I like it so much. Well, I wouldn't say so much, but maybe I like him so much in it because I expected him to be really bad, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I thought he was good. Like, he wasn't the same Han Solo that's in A New Hope, in the sense of like clearly it's younger, and he has things he's got to go through. But it felt like I think the thing that he nails, rather than, because obviously his voice doesn't sound the same and he's a different person.
Yeah.
But the mannerisms were what stood out to me.
Really?
He moves like Han Solo. He smiles like Han Solo. Like the way he moves his face, the way he moves his body, he's like, and he reacts to things. And I don't mean like lines, reacts to things, like the way he moves or looks or something.
I can picture a hand reaction right now.
And I think he nails the mannerisms the best. So whoever his acting coach was, because it was you that said he had to have like an acting coach or something on the set.
I think they also got Harrison Ford on as well.
Give that guy $1 million. Give that guy $1 million. Acting coach. No, I thought he was great.
That's really interesting.
As Han Solo. He was the best part of the movie, I thought, in the sense of like, without him doing that, the whole movie would have sucked. Oh, I mean, like the movie, it's not like better than like The Force Awakens or Rogue One to me. Even though you don't like Rogue One, so you might like it better than Rogue One. But like, it's better than all the prequels. I thought, like, it was solid. It was a fun movie. it's not really. Do you need this Han Solo movie? No. Like, it's not consequential. Like all the things, the criticism people had before of like, well, we don't need a Han Solo origin story. Like, it doesn't need to happen. No, you're right. It doesn't need to happen. But was it well done and was it fun? Yeah. I'm gonna wait till the spoiler cast because I could pick it apart plenty. There's plenty of things wrong with it, but like 7.5, like a solid, good movie. Nothing like that bad. I could break it down and talk shit about it, but there's plenty of stuff nice I could say about it. Yeah. You know, the only thing I'll say in terms of like acting, Woody Harrelson's great because he's great in everything he does because Woody Harrelson's the best. And Donald Glover is pretty good too. Pretty good. Like he's exactly what I expected. You know, you expect him to be good. He wasn't like, he didn't steal the movie. I thought the guy playing Han was better than him. But he also like the movie was also about Han Solo, and Lando isn't like in the whole movie. Okay. Lando's in maybe like 30% of the movie. Oh, really? Like a lesser percentage than I expected him to be. Maybe, but yeah, I don't want to spoil it anymore. That's kind of a spoiler. I mean, they've already set like sort of teased or suggested like, a Lando movie, which I mean, I don't want, to be honest, but no, neither do I. Well, and a Boba Fett movie, they are making one, aren't they? And it's being directed by the same bloke that directed Logan. Well, that's not confirmed, is it? I think it is. Same way the Obi-Wan movies are rumors. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed. I think it's more confirmed than the Obi-Wan. Now I'm gonna put something to you, and it might annoy you, and I'm not sure whether I like it or not, because I liked the Han Solo movie. I liked it. But would I watch a second Han Solo movie? Oh God, isn't he already doing 3? I didn't know this until today. Supposedly he signed on to 3. Yeah, apparently. And unfortunately, fortunately, I didn't know that watching the movie, because it made the movie better without knowing that. Because it was the whole ending sequence to me was unexpected. It was predictable as it's happening. I'm kind of like, oh, that's gonna happen, and like all of that happened. But also, there was one particular moment that I was like, oh, like there's kind of a jaw drop moment. Yeah. And I didn't expect it, but that's because I thought this was just its own standalone movie, and there couldn't possibly be a setup to something else. Okay, that's interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm going to see it today, probably an hour after we finish the podcast. So. And you'll know why we have to do a spoiler cast when you've seen it. You will know the moment, and you'll be like, we have to talk about this. Because we can't talk about it next Kill Connor Club or Clubhouse. You want to release it to everybody, and you want to be able to do full spoilers. Right. You know what I mean? You know, we can talk about this, like we're talking about it now. We can only say so much. You will want to talk about this. Okay, that's interesting. I am looking forward to seeing it, just to see what everyone's talking about, because I have seen a lot of people saying like this is actually a lot better than we thought it was going to be, and I'm still not. I'm honestly still expecting I'm going to come out and go, I don't know what the fuck you're all talking about. That was shit. Like, I'm expecting to really not like it. So yeah, I hope so. Go into it with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to have good expectations because you might think it sucks because of that. Yeah. But it's also divided because some people are like, I thought he sucked at playing Han Solo, and I'm like, oh, okay. I literally thought he was the best part of the movie. But so you might just not agree with me. Maybe I'm a different sort. Everyone perceives. Maybe I'll hate it. You might. And it is it's a pretty predictable movie, but it's a bit of fun. Is it consequential? Not really, but yeah, it's good. I would if you like Star Wars, there's no reason you shouldn't go see this. It's not that bad where you are like, oh, boycott this movie, fuck this movie, don't let it make money, all this sort of stuff. Like, no, it was good. Go see it. It's fun. You'll have fun. It's not gonna blow you away, but it's not gonna be bad. The funny thing was sitting in it. I went. Now that I live back in Brisbane where I grew up, movies here are so cheap. Like, I always get local movies. It costs like Australian dollars, so in pounds it would be half of this, almost exactly in terms of pounds. $9 a movie ticket, and like $5 for like a large popcorn and a large drink. So that'd be what, £7? Jesus. Like that's 7-8 pounds. It's so cheap. And when I lived in Melbourne, it was like $20 a movie ticket, so £10. Yeah, it's about how much is it? Around about. And then like if I wanted popcorn and a drink, like a large popcorn and like a large Coke, it'd be another like $25. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. It's so expensive. It's like $45. It's like $45 to get the movie, so I barely went to the movie. That's way too much money. What the fuck? My favorite thing to do in the world is go watch movies at the cinemas. That's my favorite thing to do. So I used to see movies every week. Whatever movie came out, me and Harlan would go see it when I lived up here. But when I lived in Melbourne, I barely went. I went like 4 or 5 times a year, only to movies like I would willing to pay $45 to have that experience.
Yeah.
That's what I was always like when someone's like, "What do you want for your birthday?" Movie vouchers. That's what I'd ask for. Just movie vouchers. So now that I'm back, I'm on the movies all the time. I saw Deadpool 2 twice because fucking why not? It cost me 2 fists of fuck all to go see a movie. Why wouldn't you just go see movies when you feel like it?
Yeah.
And I was, because I go to the movies all the time, me and Harlan were talking in the ads before Solo was on, and I didn't have any vibe that a movie was about to, like a Star Wars movie was about to happen. You know what I mean? When you go to a new Star Wars movie, whether it was Force Awakens, Last Jedi, or Rogue One, I was there dying to see it. I was like, at this, I couldn't wait for the ads to finish. I didn't even think to myself, I'm seeing a Star Wars movie. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to see this movie that's probably going to be shit, but I have to sort of see it because it's, pop culture. It's, talk about on podcasts and stuff. And then the movie comes on and you just see a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and I had this moment, I'm like, oh shit. Like, fuck, I'm about to watch a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I didn't think about that actually till just now. The fact that it feels like even though it's a Star Wars movie, it feels like just another movie to me. It's not got that same Rogue One, Force Awakens, Last Jedi feel, where it's like, this is a big event. It doesn't feel like an event. It just feels like another movie.
Well, it's not like you're not going to see some lightsaber fight at the end, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really a spoiler for me to say. It's, it's about Han Solo. So, yeah, there is those sort of elements you think is going to be missing. And I will say one of the negatives was maybe the soundtrack. Like, they really didn't use many Star Wars things. Like, they do and they don't. It'd have to be a spoiler cast to talk about that more in detail. Because I kind of liked how they used it, because they used it sparingly. But I'll talk about that again. That's a spoiler cast. But yeah, you go see it as you are, enjoy it, and or try to, or just whatever. And I think you'll want to talk. I do think you want to talk about it, whether you like it or not. I think you'll want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, sure, that's good.
And maybe if you don't like it, it's more of a reason to a spoiler cast so we can have a debate about it.
Yeah, true. That'd be interesting. One thing that I think is interesting about them doing 3 solo movies is how close are we gonna get to A New Hope? Because we know, because Solo, the first one, is about 10 years away, isn't it, from A New Hope? Supposedly. I think something like that.
Because he's 30 in A New Hope supposedly, and it makes sense. He's because it does time jumps, like because there's like a well, there's like a prologue sort of thing, and it skips a couple of years, but I'm not sure was he 20 at the start, or was he 17 at the start, and then it skips 3 years, and now he's 20 sort of thing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, it's interesting because they've got to kind of keep it very early on, because it gets to a point where you get to sort of the new X-Men sort of territory where they're getting way too close to the original movies, that James McAvoy should be Patrick Stewart now. He's got 5 years to become Patrick Stewart. What are we doing? Like, that's not right. So they got to kind of stay away from that. But I trust them to stay enough away, I think, for it to not be weird.
I mean, I don't, and also that's why I'm like not sure. You have to see the movie to understand like what they could be setting up, and I don't know whether. And it's something interesting, right? Like, I think that I was like, wow, okay, but I don't know whether I want, as of main characters, Han Solo to be the one involved in this storyline.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, I left thinking that's interesting. I wonder if they'll deal with that in another anthology movie.
Yeah.
And then when I found out there's going to be another Han Solo, I'm like, oh, I don't really want him to be the one involved in this storyline.
Maybe they will. Maybe they're trying to do like an MCU where they set up other movies in their movies. Maybe they're trying to replicate that same thing.
That's why I was like, that's cool if they like then, because I have an idea of like a character they could do a movie of. And again, I'm not spoiling anything. We'll talk about that in the spoiler cast specifics. But yeah, I'm like, oh wow, this could be cool.
I'm very interested now, to be honest. I don't want to get spoiled.
Do not post spoilers in the chat.
Yeah, so I'm scared of getting spoilers because I'm kind of interested to see what this is that the people that is sort of in the movie.
Okay, don't be. I'm building it up too much. I'm like, it's not like.
Look.
You know what I mean? It's not.
I mean, but the thing is, though, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have high hopes.
There are moments in this movie I cringe because they're trying to like tell you all the origin points of Han, and some of them
give you like an origin to his jacket, and an origin to his gun, and an origin to his belt, and an origin to his Did they do an origin to his chin scar? That's what I want to know.
You know what? there is of those four dumb things you just said, one of them they actually go specifically to tell you the origin of.
Is it the gun? It's the gun, isn't it?
I'm not telling you which one it is.
It's
I'm
the
just
gun.
saying.
It's the gun.
Okay.
Do they do the chin scar?
Okay, if you say
Tell me, do they do
if
the
you
chin
say-
scar? Do they?
If you say
They don't,
if you
do
say
they?
that's what the star
Why
is,
does
then
Han
okay.
Solo have a scar on his chin? And why doesn't the young Han Solo have that also? I'd like to know how he got it and where he got it.
Yeah. Okay.
They could do it in a movie.
Maybe you'll find out. Go see it. Maybe you'll find
If
out.
I come out of
You
that
know?
movie and I don't find out how he got his chin scar, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah, there were definitely bits of like cringe. I'm like, that seriously, that's what you came up with? Oh my god! Similar to like in Assassin's Creed Origins, when it's like he cuts off his finger, and that like accidentally using the hidden blade, and that's why.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, really? That's what we're doing? That's the explanation? Okay.
Look,
So-
all I'm saying is they did an origin to the chin scar in Indiana Jones, so can we get it in Solo: A Star Wars Story, please?
Yeah.
He accidentally whipped
Travis-
himself in the chin.
Travis said it's not 3 Han Solo movies. It's the actor signed on for 3 films as Han Solo. You know
Okay.
that I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, he didn't say that specifically. He did say specifically he signed up for 3 movies Han Solo. You're right. That could mean that he just plays Han Solo in like a Boba Fett movie. He's in it.
Yeah, and if they do a Lando movie, he could be in that as well.
You're right. That could be all it is. I don't think that's what it is. I think there's probably 3 Han Solo movies.
Well, we could talk about this more when we eventually
And-
do the spoiler cast.
To
'cause
the spoiler
we'll
cast,
be able to
which will
really
be
get
this
into
week.
it.
Which will be this week. You know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
It's going to be this time tomorrow because you're going to see it and you're going to want to talk about it. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Alright. Nice.
Anyway, we'll move on. That's it. No more talk about. Speaking of movies, we haven't talked, have we, since Deadpool 2?
No, I don't think so.
Because we recorded Clubhouse like before the weekend and you hadn't seen it yet.
Mm.
What
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
think of Deadpool 2?
Oh, I thought it was fucking great. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good, better than the first one. I think it had a better story. I think it had more focus.
Yep.
I think that because in the first one they spend a lot of time with the origin story, which they had to do, but
Yeah.
that means there's less time for Deadpool stuff. Whereas in this movie, the whole thing is just we get lots of Deadpool, which is fucking great. Not to mention the
Yeah.
fucking post-credit scenes were so fucking good. That was so
Yeah.
fucking sick. I love that so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was great. Fucking hilarious. Just yeah, great fucking movie.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was better than the first one, and also the fact that they had a much higher budget because the first one I gave a pass to in the sense of the story sucks in the first one. Like
it's
it's
not
kind
good.
of boring in the sense of, but I gave it the pass. I'm like, they have such a little budget and they kill. All I wanted from the first Deadpool movie was for them to kill it with Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, have the character be the real Deadpool that we want, have the humor be funny, and they nailed that. The story was average and was what it had to be with the low budget, where they had pretty much 3 sets the whole movie. You know, they had a highway, a lab, and then the end area where the fight is. Like, and the bar and the house as, like, small sets.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's only, like, 3 main set-piece locations and then 2 interiors. That's, like, the movie. So... You know, but I gave it a pass. I'm like, they had a low budget. They had to do what they had to do, but they nailed what they had to nail to get a second movie done and people will like it. And then I was like, this movie, they have to have a good story with, you know, more going on with, I want more characters. I want, you know, to see what they can do with Deadpool in the universe. And I thought they nailed it. And I thought the humor was funny. Some people don't like that they're reusing certain jokes, but I thought every joke they did reuse was still funny and creative the way they brought it back. I thought this movie was funnier than the first one, and I thought the story was better than the first one. I thought the side characters were better than the first one. I thought it was great. I fucking loved Deadpool 2. Loved it.
Yeah, so did I. And yeah, for anyone listening that's worried about spoilers, we won't spoil anything because it's so close to when it came out. I mean, there's not too much you can spoil, but I mean, yeah, we won't talk about like specifics of like the post-credit scene or anything like that because it's, you know, that stuff's good to experience. Sort of, you know, when you actually see it. You definitely should have seen it by now, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, we'd only spoil it if it'd been like 6 months and/or we're in a spoiler cast specifically.
Yeah, exactly. We won't just like
Which I
drop
would've-
spoilers randomly in a Kill Connor club, just a normal Kill Connor club. That's yeah.
Yeah. I would have liked to have done a spoiler cast for Deadpool 2, but it's not like a movie like an Infinity War where it's
Yeah.
like talking, it's setting up like it's like a comedy movie. We wouldn't do a spoiler cast on like the new Will Ferrell movie. You know what I mean?
It's like there's nothing we can really because there's no plot points to be like, oh, let's speculate about this plot point. Like, what do you think about this really cool plot point? It's just you don't want to ruin the jokes for people. But it'd just be us discussing jokes and be like, oh, do you like this joke? What do you think about this one? What do you think about how they did this thing? And it's like, I mean, we could talk about it at some point maybe, but it's not really
my favorite. Worth this podcast. I do want to ask this. Who was your favorite side character in Deadpool 2?
Oh, my favorite side character.
Because I thought they were all good. I thought all the main ones were all...
they are all very good. I'm trying to think of who was in the fucking movie. Now I think about it.
Mine's Dopinder, the cab driver. He's my favorite. I fucking love him.
I do like him. I mean, I did really like Cable as well because I thought he was. I like the characters that are really serious in Deadpool.
Yes.
Because it's like that sort of. Like,
you would like him because he's a racist.
And fuck it hell. Classic.
Good jokes.
Oh.
I mean, Domino was awesome too. I loved Domino. She was great.
Oh yeah, she was cool. Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah. No, all good.
Yeah, they're all very good.
Cool. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it as much as I did because I was surprised at how much. Like, I thought, this will be good, but will it be as funny with the second movie? And I mean, I saw it twice and I thought it was great both times.
Yeah. I really fucking loved it. It was great.
I'm more worried. I'm like, okay, they've done it twice. I think they've nailed it twice in the sense of like they did what they had to do with what they had.
Yeah.
When will it get unfunny? Where like this isn't new anymore? Because Deadpool's so new the way they market Deadpool, it's like never been done before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but at what point is it the third movie that we're like, oh okay, but we've seen it all now, and it's like we're numb to that humor at this point.
I think what they need to do if they're going to go for a third one or take Deadpool further is they've got to do more with it. It can't just be here's another superhero story where he makes fun of superhero stories and makes jokes in it, and like it's just your typical like superhero movie, but it's like, oh, but it's also really funny because Deadpool's like aware that he's in it and stuff. Like, I think they need to take it further. Whether they decide to have him interact with other characters, like within the X-Men universe, that'd be interesting. Because I mean, now that Disney is getting the rights to X-Men, I assume they'll stop the X-Men universe. Maybe Deadpool could just fuck around with it. Now they've sort of got the rights to just that being there, but then I don't know.
He just kills all the X-Men?
That'd be fucking fine. Like, it'd be interesting to see what they do, but I think he needs to interact with more things. I think he needs to like go outside of just his own space, because that's the thing that Deadpool does. Like, that's a Deadpool thing, is he just like fucks with other Marvel characters and Marvel properties, and that's what's sort of funny about it. So
yeah,
I think we need to see a bit more of that. And they kind of did a bit of it in Deadpool 2 without, spoiling anything, because there were a few moments where like different things happen, but I think they could take that further, and that could be what's interesting about it if they sort of do that. But if they keep doing the same thing, it might get to a point where it's just sort of stale. So who knows what they'll do.
Yeah, well, I think the interesting thing that Ryan Reynolds said about Deadpool is he thinks Deadpool's at his funniest, and I agree with him. Deadpool's at his funniest is when he's depressed, like he's lost everything, and he kind of loses everything in both of these movies. In a way, they are spoiling things. Like, they set it up, he loses stuff, and he's in a bad place in his life. That's why Deadpool's funny, because that's how he deals with his grief and his sadness and his depression, is with humor and just sarcasm and just ridiculous jokes. So what can they do in a third, I think, to really be original, to get Deadpool to that point? I trust Ryan Reynolds knows what he's doing when he comes up with these ideas. He's nailed it both times in every way possible with his character. Like, to the point he's nailed it so much that I don't how can you ever reboot Deadpool ever?
Yeah,
because Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Yeah,
he is Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like, we think Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, but they could recast Wolverine. It'll still be Wolverine. Will it be as good? And people will probably like Hugh Jackman the best for a long time, but no. Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds. That's who it is.
Yeah. They're
like the same thing. So, like, you can't just... Yeah, you can't put that suit on someone else and have them be sarcastic in it. Be like, yeah, this is a Deadpool movie. You'd be like, well, no, because Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and that's it.
Yeah, You get very few characters that are like that are sort of, the actor is the character. The sort of
Who else?
same
I can't
thing.
think of any character.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of
Not
characters
even
that
Han
would be difficult
Solo
to.
is
recast.
unrecastable.
Yeah,
at this
but to be
point.
fair, before Solo, I mean, I still think you can't
I would have
recast
said
Harrison
that.
Ford.
I would have said that before.
I mean,
3
Luke
days ago.
Skywalker. Like, can you recast Luke Skywalker? Really?
Do you know who I would cast as Luke Skywalker?
No.
Old mate that plays Winter Soldier.
Really? I've seen
He
someone
looks-
say that
he
as
looks-
well.
He looks like young Mark Hamill, man, and he's a great actor. But
I
also,
guess.
what would you do is Luke Skywalker in a young, like, you can't do a young Luke Skywalker movie. What would you do?
In between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, you could have him do some shit, because I'm sure he did some shit,
that's
didn't he?
Mark. Yeah, okay, but that's not. No, that's no. That's Mark Hamill that was.
So you mean
that.
like pre-Mark Hamill? It'd have to be.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, because Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker. The same way you can't have a Han Solo movie after A New Hope.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's what I'm saying. You can't have a Han Solo movie after that.
I think I don't think Disney thinks that. I reckon Disney, if they were going to do a Luke Skywalker movie, they probably would still just do it after Return of the Jedi. I don't think they.
Probably right. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right.
I don't trust Disney.
And they'll build up to this, like, before Force Awakens, random not addressed in Force Awakens Avengers movie where they do these Han Solo movies, and all of a sudden they do a Han Solo movie. After Return of the Jedi, they do a Luke Skywalker movie. Then they do a Leia movie. They recast Leia. How dare you? First of all, how dare you? And then they can't bring them together in another movie to fight whoever the guy that plays Thanos and Cable's playing as the villain in that movie.
Josh Brolin.
Josh. And
no.
yeah. That's how
God, what if they are doing that? Oh no.
It would be Snoke's origin story.
Oh god, they're gonna set up like an Avengers style team up movie that's in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. It's just this small period of time. Oh no.
Oh, that's funny.
It's funny because they might
that's
fucking
so
do
funny.
it.
Yeah, that's why it's funny. Because you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised by that. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I can't believe it.
God, fucking hell.
That's funny. It's so funny. That is so funny.
But yeah, Deadpool was sick.
Oh, man.
Deadpool was great.
Deadpool was sick.
Oh god. Josh Brolin as Snoke. Josh Brolin as young Snoke. That'd be great. Oh god.
Oh, that's so funny. That's great. Oh god. Now I got a question for you.
Okay.
You're British, aren't you?
I hope so.
So, were you into this whole royal wedding business?
Oh
last
no,
week?
no, definitely not.
Definitely not.
Yeah, no, I don't. Nah, no.
I tell you who watched the whole thing.
Who?
This guy.
You did?
I did. I 100%
Really?
did.
Why?
Well, like, I'll tell you why. And I wasn't going to watch it. Like, I was like, I can't wait for this. Didn't care at all.
Okay.
And paid no attention to this whatsoever. But my mum was going to go to, like, a party. Her and her girlfriends were all going to watch it. You know, dressing up in, like, tiaras and crowns or some shit. Like, some, like, yeah, heaps of people were just having these parties to watch the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, Australia is, unlike America doing that is weird. You know, she is our princess too. Australia is part of the Commonwealth. We share the same queen and monarchy. They're our royal family as well. So it's not as weird, I think. When I see Americans do it, I'm like, I don't even understand why you're doing this.
They're just obsessed.
Like
they're obsessed with the
no-
monarchy. I don't know why.
I guess because the woman getting married is American, but I mean in general, they're obsessed with the monarchy.
True.
Like, it is weird when Americans are obsessed with the monarchy. I'm like, you're nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
They're not your monarchy. They're our monarchy.
I mean, regardless, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, but also don't care. But my mum goes, oh, yeah, because at the time, you know, because obviously the wedding was during the day, but for me, it was like 9 p.m. She was going to be walking down the aisle. Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
And surname right? Yeah, fuck, I got that right.
Yeah. That's
By the way, didn't really know who she was until I watched this wedding, and she gets okay. So I was watching. I think I was watching the newest season of Homeland, season 7. Shout out, great season. Love that show. And I'd finished an episode, and I was like, "Oh, it's 8:55.
Yeah.
I'll just turn it on. and I turned it on like pretty much as she's in the car driving up to the church. She gets out of the car, and I'm like, oh my god, this woman is stunning. I was like, she is so beautiful. Like I was like, oh my god, this is a. But all of a sudden I felt this moment. I'm like, I'm watching like a moment in history right now. I don't know why I felt like that. I don't know why. Because I had no expectations for this. I hadn't planned to watch this. I sat down for like an hour and watched the entire ceremony, and was enthralled. I was enthralled. I was like,
I saw the highlights on the news the day after, but
I watched the whole thing, and I was like, oh, this is like a moment. And my dad sat down and watched it. We were like talking about it, and like what is it like? But both of us said the same thing. We're like, this is like watching a moment in history. It was weird though, because like yeah, and also don't invite David Beckham to your wedding because steals all the thunder. Obviously better looking than everyone there, but yeah. But Meghan Markle is my new crush, by the way. Decided that. New crush. I'm going to start watching Suits. I'll put it to my list on Netflix. I'm going to start watching Suits because she's in Suits. Oh, God. But I'm telling you, man, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this girl's she might be the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my entire life when she came out of that wedding dress. And that's the most corny thing I've ever said. Was like, oh, she looks so beautiful on her wedding day. Like she was glowing. I was like, oh my god, no, this bitch was glowing. I don't know what sort of dark magic the queen put on her. She was glowing out, like she had an aura of light. And I was like, I was into it, man. I was definitely into it.
Look, I'm surprised the royal family hasn't killed them both yet. You know, they don't like foreign people. Like
Harry as well.
Yeah, well, they killed Princess Diana, didn't they? Ooh.
But she wasn't foreign.
No, but she was engaged to a Muslim. And then they died in a car crash. Mysteriously.
Oh, yeah. I forget there was a dude. Like, there was the Muslim. There's a movie about that, isn't there?
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like there was a movie about it. But I never saw it. I saw like an ad for it once, like 5 years ago.
Look, it's just a matter of time before Queen Elizabeth is like, right, that's it. I'm sick of fucking Harry and his, foreign American fucking wife of black descent. We're gonna take them both out.
Black descent.
It's like, if he's not marrying his cousin, then they need to go. They need to die. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, look, they got like a black minister in to do a sermon, and he went for, hang on, you know how I said I was watching this ceremony for an hour? His sermon went for 59 minutes 30 seconds. That's how long he went for. Okay. And there's no way that he was allowed, like, he was told that's how long you've got. I'm telling you right now, he was told you have 2 minutes. And he's like, I'm taking this. What are you going to do? Take me off mid-thing? Everyone's watching. He just went for it. He had a great time. He was funny, but also, wrap it up, though. Okay? Wrap the shit up. But seriously, Meghan Markle, my new crush. My new crush. Amelia Clark, step aside. My new crush is... yeah, so I'm gonna start watching Suits. So that's my great. I put on my. I was gonna watch the first episode today, but like I kind of got caught. I'll tell you what I got caught up with. I was listening to a new album. Okay. James, and I want your opinion on this because you don't listen to most music I listen to, but this stuff you would listen to.
Sure.
Because I mostly listen to metal. That's stuff you wouldn't hate and always talk shit about to me. Mm-hmm. Now, I was listening to the new Shawn Mendes album.
Okay.
Now, this is the thing about Shawn Mendes.
Yeah.
I've seen him in interviews. Seems like a lovely, nice guy, right? Like a super nice dude. And when I've heard him talk about who his inspirations are, he's like, oh, my musical inspirations are Ed Sheeran and John Mayer. John Mayer is my favorite artist of all time. Ed Sheeran, a very close second. These are my two favorite artists.
Yeah.
John Mayer, to me, is the greatest songwriter ever to live. Mm-hmm. Ed Sheeran being the best right now. Because John Mayer's kind of doing whatever now, though John Mayer's new song, New Light's fucking phenomenal. Anyway, now I'm like, cool, well, that's what he draws inspiration from. Yeah. And then you've got John Mayer and Ed Sheeran who've written with him, and they endorse him, they say how good he is, and I'm like, I want to like Shawn Mendes so much, but I just haven't been able to. Like I always listen. I've listened to his like last album. Like there's not a song on there I like.
Okay.
It's like, dude.
Yeah,
like,
neither do I. I don't like him.
You know what I mean? I'm like, but I want it. Like, I'm like, but you could be like the next. You know, are you the next Ed? Are you the next John Mayer? Is that like just you drawing inspiration from? That's who you're trying to be. Because I want to like him. I want him to succeed. Like seems like an actual good person that draws inspiration from actual talented people.
Yeah.
These other mainstream people, which are dicks, and all draw inspiration from other dicks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I want this to succeed. I want him to be good. So, and all the singles from this new album that have been coming out before it, I'm like, no. Also, no. Also,
yeah, I'm not a fan.
No.
Not a fan.
I'm telling you, there are songs on this album that are good. I'm going to give this to him. I reckon there's 5 on this that I really like. One of them, John Mayer produced for him. The other, Ed Sheeran wrote for him.
Okay.
Solid. None of them are as singles. They're all like the deep in the album songs, but there's some good songs on here. So I'm just saying, James, just give it one listen through.
I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I will. We'll see.
You love Ed Sheeran.
I do, but every time I hear Shawn Mendes songs, I'm like, I don't know. It's like,
you don't believe him?
It pisses me off.
I just don't believe him.
Because I feel like he's a wannabe sort of Ed Sheeran. Like I'm like, I can't listen to this. It's annoying me.
I get what you're saying. I'd agree with you though. Like in the sense of like that first album, he's like 17. Yeah. This is only the second album. He's only 19. His first album, 16, 17. He probably wrote it when he was 16. I'm like, dude, I don't believe anything you're singing right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. When I listen to pop, any sort of like singer-songwriter music, I care about the lyrics. Whereas metal, I care about the music and the structure and things like that. Yeah. Whereas like it's the lyrics and the story that I care about with a John Mayer song and an Ed Sheeran song. So I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm like, dude, I don't believe you because first of all, you're 16. You're a 10 out of 10 dude. Like he's obviously a good-looking guy. And you came from like, when you've got Ed Sheeran, when you listen to his like, when he was 16, 17, he was living on the street to make his music career happen. His songs about being homeless and like drugs and like this hard times that he went through to make it. I believe him when he's singing it. Yeah. John Mayer's like, I believe his lyrics when he's singing like his love songs and what he's gone through. Shawn Mendes, I'm like, bro, it's like me saying I had a hard life. My parents loved the shit out of me. I had a great life. I'm a pretty smart, switched-on dude, well-educated. I was pretty lucky in every way. I don't have anything to complain about. I couldn't come on this podcast and say, guys, I've struggled with a really hard life. And Shawn Mendes can't either. So when he's singing about how hard life is, I'm like, hey, bro, I just don't believe you.
Yeah.
And when I don't believe what you're singing, I can't enjoy what you're singing. I can't relate to it because I don't believe that you've done that. Mm. Yeah, so the songs I like on this, it's a bit more simple and not trying to be. I feel like they're not trying to be as much of an Ed Sheeran or a John Mayer in terms of lyrics. It's almost like a simplified young version of it, where it's like, yeah, I can see you might get there one day. I like this. It's not as good. He's not in the realm or dimension of a John Mayer, but maybe one day get there. And I did watch the video of him doing a live concert in Apple Music, and John Mayer showed up and played like I'll give him this. John Mayer just came to play guitar for it, and John Mayer just starts riffing on a solo, and Shawn Mendes was playing with him, but Shawn Mendes literally got off the stage and just stood in the crowd watching John, like being like, wow, John Mayer's on the stage. And I'm like, that's right. That's fucking, you're damn right. You get off that stage and you let John Mayer slay that guitar. Have you really listened to John Mayer much?
A little bit, but not a lot.
Dude,
it's on my list that I need to definitely need to.
Like, he's past Ed Sheeran for me now. Like, I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. I think he's the greatest thing ever.
Oh, yeah,
he is so fucking cool. He's so fucking cool. His latest music video is hilarious.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah. It was really fucking funny. Good. I liked that.
Yeah. He's funny because now he's not A-list anymore. He's not like he was where he's. Ed Sheeran is where he was in the sense of, he was, when John Mayer released an album, he's on every radio station and then he's up for the Grammy, he's there. Yeah. He's 40 now. Like he still writes music, he still puts out music, but he's not in the spotlight anymore because people move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's about Ed Sheeran now, it's about Taylor Swift now, it's about this or that. So John's able to kind of just do what he wants to do and fuck around. And I love this stage he's at now because his music's still amazing. And his new song to me is still amazing, but it's not the same as his old music, but all his music from his real like blues, pop mix phase up until his country music sort of style mixed with the pop mixed with blues phase to now where he's kind of transcended to perfection with songwriting. Like all of it is different and all of it is good. All of it is masterful. If people don't know who John Mayer is or like haven't listened to him, get your fucking life together. Get it together. I'm telling you right now.
I'll have to give it a listen. Listen to some of his shit.
I apologize. I went on a long tangent there.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah. It's fine.
Give your voice a rest, you know? I've got to go on a few of these tangents to give your voice a rest today.
Absolutely fine. Because if I talk for too long, I'm going to fall apart. But there you go.
I've got, speaking of music, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright, here we go. Oh, I was hoping things wouldn't get heated today, boys, but gotta dust off the old vocal cords now, alright.
Yeah, okay, but before we go into the Kendrick Lamar bit, I just to give people, like, if they don't know who John Mayer is, I'll give them 5 songs right now to listen to. You should listen to every album ever that he's ever done, but I'll give you 1 song from 5 albums. I'll just give a little breakdown 5 albums. Why Georgia? That's from Room for Squares, his first big album. Listen to that. From then Daughters from his second album. Then his third album, Continuum. Listen to Slow Dancing in a Burning Room or Gravity, one of those 2. From Battle Studies, listen to Half of My Heart. And then there's a few albums. I think you should listen to all of them. But then listen to New Light. Listen to his new song, New Light. Those are 5 songs for you to fucking... There's some homework. There's some homework for you.
That's good. I'll have to do that.
Okay. Anyway, Kendrick Lamar. James, do you want to explain what happened this week at a Kendrick Lamar concert?
Oh, God. All right. So, Kendrick Lamar, he was at a concert. Don't know where it was. Doesn't really matter. And essentially, he was performing one of his songs. Don't know what it's called. Not really a Kendrick Lamar fan. But it was a song that contains the N-word about 15 times or something like that. And he got this teenage white girl to come up on stage and sing with him. And then she was singing along to his song. She obviously said the N-word, because it's part of the song. And he, like, cut the music, and the crowd was, like, going mental. And he was basically, like, you know, reacting to it, like, oh, no, oh, my God, no, you can't do that, bloody hell. What's going on? And, you know, getting all upset over it and whatever. And then... she apologized, and then the crowd was fucking, like, you know, booing her.
She'd lost. She'd already, like, they were against her.
Yeah, there was nothing she could do there. Everyone was just, like, really fucking, like, riled up, and whatever. And so after that they started again, right? Like, gave her another chance or whatever. To whatever, and, you know, obviously, because it's, you know, she was just singing along.
Because it's every second word. Because it's every second word.
Just
she's just kind of like.
And.
But also, like, because it's every second word, when she's trying to, like, not say it, she's kind of just not even up there doing anything. Like, what are you singing?
Yeah.
She's in, like, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
that's
it's like you know like when you're a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar and you're used to singing his songs, you know all the lyrics to all his Kendrick Lamar, and everyone else is so angry at you, and you're like, oh shit, okay, so I need to make sure I don't sing that word. I've got to do my best, but you've got all these lights on you. You got Kendrick Lamar there on stage. You're on stage in front of like thousands of people, and you're trying your best not to sing the words to this song and like censor yourself. Like, what the fuck? You're not, like, that's not, why did he invite her on stage? He did it, I am convinced he did it because he knew that's what was going to happen, and he wanted to do that. Like, what other reason was it? Like, I just don't understand. And most of his crowds are fucking, they're full of white people anyway. Like, you look at his crowd, there's a lot of fucking white people in those crowds.
Kendrick Lamar's is as wide a fan base as Eminem has, but yeah.
And it's like, you like, do you think all of those white people...
Did this happen in Alabama?
Oh, I think so. I think that rings a bell.
What do you think's gonna happen, dude?
So strange. So fucking strange.
I
Do you,
saw-
do you think all these
I
white
saw-
people censor themselves when they're singing your music? Like, is that like that's what everyone's saying they do? They're like,
If they don't,
I'm
they should,
white.
James. If they don't, they should. If they
When I'm
don't,
in
they
my
should,
car,
James. If
I
they don't, they should,
censor
James.
myself. Oh
Yeah,
god.
If they don't, they should. If they're in their room by themselves, they should still censor themselves because then they're adding it to their vocabulary, and then it just becomes a second nature word that what they say. I don't even say that word not because I don't choosing to say it, because I don't even have that word in the vocabulary of myself to even say it. So it can't just slip out, James. So okay.
Oh god,
Okay?
it's like
So
that
if
one
you
person
say
that was
it-
like, oh, when I was in the car with my friend and we were singing along and the word happened, we both stopped and looked at each other and we both knew, just like, oh yeah, you don't say that word or whatever. I'm like, fuck off, you didn't. You were both fucking singing along. Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking liar. Like, it's a fucking song lyric. If you don't want people to sing that, don't write it. Maybe put on the album somewhere, like, oh, by the way, it's only for black people. No white people, please. You're not allowed to sing my songs. Like, what are we fucking doing? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, this girl got attacked. She fucking deleted her Twitter because people were harassing her continuously. Like, oh my god.
But it's not because people are mad about it. It's because people love bullying, and that's what the far left and these crazy people do. Is they love to bully people. That's why when she apologized, she was like felt bad about it. The crowd was against her because they saw it as an opportunity to literally just torture someone because they had the opportunity to, and they would get off scot-free from doing it. It's like a new way of being anonymous. It's like, let's look for someone to do one thing wrong and then we can ruin their fucking life because it makes me feel good about myself.
But also
other
people big you up for it as well. Everyone else is like, oh yeah, I agree with you. This girl's a fucking cunt. Like, they all think they're right. They all think they're so fucking right, bullying this fucking girl. It's like what happened with that girl that went to prom and wore the Chinese dress and got so much fucking shit for it.
I felt so bad for her. And
God.
first of all, so hot, obviously, but, you know, and made just wore the dress better than any Chinese person I've ever seen, but also go to Chinatown in any major city, like there's one in Melbourne. It's the oldest Chinese settlement in the country, and do you know how many of those they sell there, of those dresses? Like, Chinese people don't give a fuck about that.
Obviously,
so
no
dumb, man.
normal
It's so
person
dumb.
fucking does. Like, it's fucking retarded. We all borrow things from cultures. There's nothing wrong with embracing culture. Why are people trying to put up these walls and be like, no, that's our thing. Not allowed to do that. So what the fuck?
Because
Then
everyone's gotta be
You
different and
stop
different.
wearing Western things then. You know, fuck off. Don't wear a fucking t-shirt, cunt.
Well, we've seen it a million times, dude. It's the hypocrisy of the far left and of just saying, we want equality for everyone, but then everyone also has to be categorized and made to be different. So, if you're categorized as an LGBTQ, you have to be in that community. If you're a person of color, you have to be in that community. If you're this, you have to be in that group. If you're Muslim, you have to be in that group. And everyone has to be different, has their own things, and no one can say anything about it. No one can judge it. No one can do anything with it. No one can embrace it. Everyone's going to be different, but you've got to be kind to everybody and embrace everybody.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Like, what?
You cannot
so many
possibly do
rules.
that. Like, there's always going to be
So many
hypocrisy involved when your ideology is based on feelings over facts, because everything fucking contradicts each other, because none of it's fucking based on anything, but I feel this, and this person feels this, and this person feels this, and so none of it can fucking work together, because different people are offended by different things. And if you take everything into consideration, you can't do fucking anything. It's just ridiculous. Like, oh god, and it's so prevalent on fucking Twitter. Like, if you go out in real life and talk to actual people, the chances are you're not going to get any of this unless you're in fucking like Silicon Valley or somewhere.
I mean,
like
you
that.
would know that. You've never gone outside, but
okay.
yeah.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, Twitter is where it's most prevalent. Because I mean, I don't know why. I guess it's because it's on the internet and people can be like that. But I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't think those people would say anything like that in real life. Like, if someone do you think any of those people on Twitter, if they saw the girl in the dress, do you think they'd have gone up to her and been like, "This is really offensive. I don't like this"? Probably not. Probably would have taken a picture from afar.
I would have.
Well, you're better than most, Tyler. You're a really good person.
Well, I'm just a better person. That's all. I'm just better.
You should
People
be
are like, man,
you're
you're
the president.
I mean, I should be. That's true. You are
Yeah.
right. But more than anything, I feel like, I mean, I feel like I'm better than that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when someone's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Tyler, you know, I look up to you. Like, I want to be like you." I'm like, "Well, yeah, no, you can't." You know. So, could you host a skill contest? No, you don't fucking think so. Definitely couldn't do that. That's what I do. That's my thing. Could you be as funny as me? I mean, no. But you know, I appreciate it. Thanks for thinking of me. But
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'm just a better person. That's all. And you know, I don't have the would never say, you know, any racial slurs. It's not in my vocabulary, and I would never sing that, and also would never culturally appropriate. And if I saw a woman in a Chinese dress, I'd tell her, look, you need to go home and you know, or just take your clothes off. You can't do that. Obviously, can't wear that clothes, so take the dress off right now. And then all of a sudden, me too. And I'm like, what? I'm trying to be a good guy. You know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Anyway.
Like that's two things. You've solved cultural appropriation, and you're empowering women by them showing off their bodies whenever they want in public. Because they should do that.
Slut walk.
Power to women.
Yeah, it's a slut walk, James. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
Oh no.
You don't. Yeah. How dare you? I'm just trying to empower women to know. Like, I don't look at them as sexual objects, bro.
No.
You're
no
disgusting.
one does, except for disgusting men. Am I right?
Yeah. You are right. You are right. No, not disgusting men. Disgusting white men only.
Yeah. No, that's true. We can't be grouping POCs into this category.
Did you see an article, and the headline is "Are straight black men the white people?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god.
What are they doing? Oh god, what the fuck? Was that real or was that a joke?
That was real, I'm pretty sure.
Because I didn't fucking look into it.
I hope it was real because it's so fun. I hope it's real because that's hilarious.
Yeah, that is fucking hilarious. Oh god, what the fuck is going on? I just don't fucking know. And it's like,
right now, I'm loving it right now.
It's the level.
It's
Donald
getting
Trump's
gonna get a Nobel Peace Prize. I love wherever we're at right now because we're in a comedy movie right now. We're in the funniest comedy movie of all time. We're in, like, if Team America was a real movie, we're in the sequel right now. And it's awesome. And it's funnier than the first one. That's all I'm saying.
It's great. I think
America, fuck yeah.
I think the way we're going now is really going sort of, I mean, this outrage culture, this sort of being offended by everything, segregating each other, you know, for whatever fucking reason in the name of equality, has been going on for a really long time. And I think we're getting to this point where it's getting so ridiculous that it's sure to topple over soon. Like, it's getting to this really horrendous point. I mean, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, a YouTuber called Total Biscuit died recently of cancer that he's been battling for a few years.
That was the next thing on my list. Yeah, well, yeah.
Have you seen the employee from, was it EA? Who was basically posted a tweet thread about how he's not gonna be like celebrating his death, but if you do celebrate his death, you're not a bad person for doing it, because Total Biscuit was a terrible man who defended H3H3 when he made transphobic comments. Obviously, weren't transphobic comments, but you know, and all this bollocks. And he's like, oh, he was a Nazi and all this shit. And like, it's just fucking disgusting. Like, what are we?
Sure.
This man died. He was a fucking great guy as well. Like, just a genuinely very nice person.
I didn't really know him. I've never really watched him, but like, I'd heard, obviously everyone knows Total Biscuit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Oh, BioWare.
Yeah, sad. BioWare. What happened to him? Did he have cancer or something? Or?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, he had cancer for a few years, and it just sort of came out of nowhere. Like, it was recently, like he said, he was sort of doing better. Like, it's sort of like he was never gonna get better, but like he was doing better since like the cancer wasn't getting worse. And then all of a sudden, you know, he just died recently. So, a huge fucking shame, because he was a really great guy for the gaming industry. You know, he wasn't part of all this like toxicity that's, you know, recently been plaguing the industry. He made great quality videos, and he was just like a really nice person. I was never a huge fan, but you know, obviously I knew of him, and that was a shame. And just to see everyone just, you know, talking shit to, like, I don't know, show they're like the better person, to just be like, oh, look at me, I'm not upset by this because I know the truth, and I'm, you know, I'm fucking woke, and I know that he was a Nazi, and oh fucking, I just don't know. How can you be that fucking like terrible of a person? Like, I just don't understand.
Look, I don't really pay attention to that, man. You know, like, hateful comments, Twitter, people saying negative shit, man, I just don't even deal with it anymore. I don't care. Like, I'll give you an example. If I died, man, and all of a sudden there were people in like the Assassin's Creed community or a developer or something that like listened to us, but would never say anything while like I'm alive, and says something like, well, I'm not, let's say they said the same thing about me, and they call me like, a Nazi or something like that. Do not respond to them, because guess how many fucks I give? None. I don't care. I'm dead. I don't give a fuck what like someone thinks of me. They don't know me. Yeah. So I wouldn't, if I was Total Biscuit, like, I don't know him at all. I never really watched his content, so I don't know how he'd feel. Maybe he would be disgusted by that and want people to defend him.
I don't think he'd care.
But if you just ask me, like, who cares, man? Honestly, what a sad person.
Yeah, exactly. That's
and honestly, guess how many people give a fuck about that person? No one. No one cares. And there are about 3 people are going to show up at their funeral, and no one's going to care. Because that's the type of person that says shit like that about a dead person. So if someone, and Total Biscuit had clearly a lot of love out there from, and support to his family and everything from him passing and stuff, way more than there was negative. There's so many, the tweet and Anthony got like hundreds of thousands of, likes. And, sure, there were a few hateful shit, but let's be real, what the majority was clearly like love. So who cares if these a couple of fuckwits that are losers anyway? It doesn't matter. I get people at heart. Like, I was watching a news story today about fat shaming and how do we stop fat shaming online. I'm like, how do you not know how to deal with this by now? I got it maybe 6-7 years ago when social media had only been real mainstream for about half a decade. Surely you know how to deal with it by now. Social media is not new. So when these pieces of shit people come and say that, I just don't even, like, who cares? If I died and that happened, don't even worry about it, dude. I could not care less.
I think
the
it's
people that
mostly
know me are who I care about, and the people that really know me know the truth.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are saying what's right.
I think the main reason people were so sort of like, upset with it is because it was this game developer that was,
Sure.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like, work for this company, and like, he's talking shit about a dead guy because, I don't know, because they have different political ideologies. I don't know. I just fucking, a
loser. They're just a loser, man. They're just a loser.
Really? Oh god. But it's weird as well because.
And it's not a surprise, though. Like, of course a game developer would say that, because most game developers are far left-wing crazy nutcases, man. We all know. That's not a surprise. It's not news.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Who cares?
Yeah.
Let him hang out with his loser 2 friends that he has that don't know how to go outside and talk to real human beings, and they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's true.
That's what I think. He can go do that.
He can definitely go do that. He can
sort that out. And I'm sure he's getting plenty of abuse for it. I'm sure he is.
Of course.
Because people on the other side can be just as fucking abusive. I'm sure he's getting heaps of shit for it.
Yeah. I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he's like, and I bet it's, and this is how I know, this is why because I don't even have to look at his tweet. I already know what his responses are. I could tell you exactly what his response is to all of it. He'd respond to his own thread, because is what all people do. These crazy nutcases that say these horrible shit and bully people and use things like Nazi and white supremacist and cis white male, as like a derogatory term to bully people that aren't actually being offensive, aren't being mean, are just sharing their views that are different to theirs and might be conservative or middle grounded, sort of centered. They're not these far left crazy socialist communist nutcases. They're, that'll do these bullying tactics, and then anyone calls them out and people are like, clearly you're wrong, like clearly you can't say that, and their response will always be, and this is why I don't care, because there's no point in responding to them, because it doesn't matter. You could send them 1 million pieces of hate mail. This is going to be their response to their own thread. Oh, look at all the white supremacists getting together to hate on me. Lol.
Yeah. That's typical. Fucking typical.
And you know I'm right. You all know I'm right. So why even bother? Like, who
it's the kind
cares?
of shit Colin gets all the time.
Yeah,
that's the exact kind of people Colin gets. Just insane people.
So this is why I just don't. Do you know the better response would have been if no one liked the tweet? You know what I mean? Like that to me says way more, and that's all they want because all he wants is the attention. He loves whoever said that, he or she, I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
I don't care. Said that. Like they love that they're getting all these responses because they're like they've never got attention a day in their life. That's why they're doing what they're doing and saying shit like that. And they love it. Oh, white supremacists getting together to get me because people like that need to believe the world's against them and they're like some special like, oh, I'm fighting for what's right and shit. Like they need that. So when these people are attacking them rightly, they're going like, oh, all the white supremacists getting together because it's vindicating them. They feel like, oh, I'm satisfied now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm fighting for what's right against these racist Nazis. They're just proving my point. Like, it doesn't matter what you say to them. It's why I don't respond to any negative comments on YouTube. It's why, even if someone's like, dude, you're wrong because of all these million dumb reasons people are saying for like a topic or something I've talked about in a video, and I got a million reasons why they're wrong in response. Lately, I don't, like, it's a rule. I do not respond. Because they're allowed to say whatever they want. They're allowed to think that. Because it doesn't matter how many times I argue or debate with people. They're not going to change my mind, and I'm not going to change their mind in the comments. So I don't even try.
I mean,
because there's no point. We're not going to get anywhere. Sometimes, but it puts a strain on me because I then care about having to like be right, and I don't want to care about having to be right about everything. Like I'm so over arguing with people all the time over the internet that I don't know, whether it's Twitter defending.
I just like having a conversation, I guess. I like having a debate or just having a conversation about something. I don't mind if we don't change each other's minds. I just like talking to people about stuff.
Dude, I love it too. I don't mind either. But dude, come on this podcast. Have a chat to me. You know, send me a message. You want to talk to me over Skype? It's cool, man. I don't like. There is nothing worse to me, and it's nothing but negativity. If I'm getting it on Twitter, I'm gonna get in a Twitter argument with someone calling Colin a Nazi. Because I've done that before. And there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to convince them. Yeah. There's no facts. I don't care about that. Like, people are just the way they are. And they can change their mind, but they're not going to change their mind in the debate. They'll think about it maybe for a week and be like, you know what, maybe he was right. You know, when they cool off. But when you're in a debate, you're heated and you're fully defending your argument and you're passionate about it. And it's not in the middle of the debate usually that I'm going to go, man, maybe I'm wrong. And I'll think about their points later and I'll digest it. And maybe in a week's time I'll be like, you know what, I have a different sort of perspective. I can see where they're coming from. I don't agree with them, but you know what, I've got time to digest it. Yeah. But that happens mostly in a real conversation, not in 280 characters, not on a YouTube comment. I'm over. I'm going to go on a rant right now. I'll continue this rant here. I'm over all this nastiness of debating, and it's not just people on the left. People I follow as conservatives, dude, they're fucking nasty as shit, man. Conservatives are getting so nasty to get winning points still, just like the left are. So many people. Dave Rubin does it too. Always has to say something about everything just to win some points. I'm like, dude, you're already better. You don't need to like tweet about everything and call everyone like something to win. Like, there's always has to be something negative. Always has to be nasty. I'm like, dude, like, if someone thinks that, honestly, who cares? Honestly, it doesn't matter. Because ultimately, I just want to be like nice to people. And if they don't have a problem with me, I don't care. And if someone wants to have an actual discussion with me, whether it's in person or like this on a podcast, I'm totally up for that. But nothing's ever going to get done on social media, so I'm not going to try to make it a debating like fucking Parliament House or something like that. I'm just like, it drains me, man. Surely it does to you, like, at least a bit when you get in some of those arguments.
I mean, maybe, but I guess I don't think about it unless I'm doing it. Like, I used to, but I think, you know, in the past little while, if I say something about something or make a comment, or if I respond to someone, if I'm talking to someone, if it's like through Twitter or something, I'll send the reply and then I'll just do something else, and then when I reply, but I'm not like sitting there like, oh, I want this person to reply to me so I can give a reply back. It's just sort of something I do in the background. I mean, I used to be, you know, very into it and be like, oh no, I need to engage this person, you know, and be like really involved, but I think it's just something I do in the background. And since I have TweetDeck open, I mean, I just do it frequently. But I mean, I don't know. It's
like I think we should come together. Like when it's necessary. Like with Colin, I'll defend that dude forever. I'll always take issue. If anyone ever talks shit about Colin, I will take issue with you. Like he is, I know for a fact, he's a genuinely super nice, generous person.
Yeah, obviously.
I know that for a fact. So like, and it's the same with you. If someone's talking shit about you that's not true, like, and someone's lying or just ill-informed and just talking nonsense that they have no idea about, I would have your back forever, always. But I'm not gonna like, someone's talking about, let's say for example, someone's talking about Kendrick Lamar or Total Biscuit. Like I don't know these people. I don't even know the topic that much. I also don't care, and they're just saying something dumb that's clearly dumb. You know, I don't feel like retweeting and being like, oh, what a fucking idiot. Like I've seen some people do, and I'm like,
sure.
If you can do a joke about it, that's cool. If you do I don't have a problem with people saying that. You can say what you want. I just don't want to be that person because I feel like I've been that person, and I'm trying to be that person less.
Sure.
Because it doesn't make me like, I've loved becoming more politically smart. I've loved like educating myself. I've loved listening to all these political people, but I've started to notice the more kind of, as I've kind of had these conservative ideals, I've also become a bit nasty and defensive all the time. I'm always defensive about like politics. Someone brings up politics, I always like have to defend, like if just because they might not know something. They're like, Trump's a piece of shit. Trump's never done one thing good. I'm like, well, that's not exactly true, is it? He's done this, but you know, there's this, and like, you know, I have to be defensive. I have to have the balanced argument. Like someone says something I don't agree with, like, you know, women should have the right to choose up until 9 months of abortion. Obviously that's disgusting and ridiculous thing to say, but like, I would get straight and be like, are you fucking serious? That's the most, like, I'd have to say something to them. I'm like,
yeah,
but like, I don't want to be that guy that's always doing that. I feel much happier just being as nice as I can to people. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
Just, you know what I mean? If there's time and a place, but I just feel like I was doing it every day. I'd check Twitter and I'd get upset about something I'm seeing. And I'm like, man, I don't want to be upset about, like, I need to be able to brush things off more because it doesn't make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
True. Yeah. Sure. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Good for you, man. I don't know.
You patronising cunt.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Good.
I'm sweating after that. I'm sweating after that rant.
God, I'm sweating, but that's, you know, it's just really fucking hot in here.
Okay. When you say, I did laugh watching the royal wedding. Like, it's a scorching 21 degrees Celsius today here in London. I'm like, what?
It's hot.
Did you just use the word scorching and 21 degrees Celsius?
Look, it's, for us, that's a little bit mental. I mean...
That's winter weather, bro. That's like, winter is like top of 20. That's like my winter.
Like, it gets, but we're just, okay, so we're not used to it, and it just gets so humid, and we don't know what air conditioning is, and everywhere is hot. Like, you can't fucking escape it, unless you're, like, standing in cold water. Like, there's
but
just,
21
you can't
degrees
go
isn't hot.
No,
that's what I'm
it is hot.
That's
horrible.
winter? I could wear a jumper.
Fuck off. You could wear a fucking jumper. Get the fuck out.
If you come here in summer, you come out to the country, and I'm just like, well, it's 38 degrees Celsius, James.
That's just like, too hot. No one should be living in that. No one should be living in that weather. That's not good for you. That's ridiculous. You're gonna die.
Yeah. Like in Melbourne, I think it got the hottest day is like 42 degrees this summer.
That's ridiculous. No.
Yeah.
That's stressing me out to think about. I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but that to me is when someone's like scorching on. I'm like, oh, she was like 38 degrees, and then you saw it scorching like it was 21 degrees. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
God,
that is
horrible.
Cool. Well, that's fresh. That's nice, fresh, cool air.
I mean, it's normally like 10 degrees here, like 10 to 15 degrees is sort of like the average, where it's just like a nice weather. There's a nice breeze. No, not in summer, just the normal sort of weather.
In summer, like, what is your what is your like average?
Average. I mean, Yeah, I mean, average is probably normally like 24, 25, 26 degrees, something like that. But we normally have like a week where it'll go up to
warm. Like, that's warm. 26 degrees. Like, that's a nice day. That's a nice, warm, not too hot, warm day.
No, it's too hot. It's horrible. But the thing is, all of our houses are built so they can like insulate heat because it's always so cold. So in the summer, it gets way fucking worse. But like it'll be like around that, and then like it'll go up to something like 30, 31, 32 degrees. Like when it's like really hot. We have like a week where it's just really hot and it's so fucking bad. It's just like the worst fucking weather, and it's just horrible. But normally it just goes down. Like summer isn't really that hot. We have periods where it's warm, but then it'll just be sort of like normal, and it'll be a nice cool day, and you can actually be inside without dying. So yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I love
that's
talking
so funny,
about weather. Fucking hell.
Yeah, no, it is my favorite topic.
We've
I must say.
peaked. This is it. This is as good as it gets. It's only downhill from here.
Well, I mean, the chat's burst with life right now, us talking about weather.
Everyone loves it. See, everyone loves talking about weather.
Yeah. If you haven't liked the stream, you've got to like it now because we're talking about weather.
Yeah, you've got to.
And weather differences and geography and, like, the differences of places in the world and how temperature's affected. That doesn't make sense to you because the Earth's flat, so how is it that different places are
Oh, God, I'm trying not to laugh too hard because I'm going to fucking hurt myself. Oh, God. Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
You know, we've got all the what I call the catch-up topics. They were like the quick topics, and they took longer than I thought, which I like. I like that.
Yeah.
I like when that happens. So now we're on the bulk bill of the list.
Well, I mean, since we've been talking about politics and stuff, do you want to get the Battlefield 5 stuff out of the way so we can get on to
Well, you know what? If you just waited 2 seconds...
Oh, I'm so good at this, man. I could have
got us to there. But
I know what's going on. I'm good at this.
Next up on the list, Battlefield 5.
Okay.
I assume that's what V's for.
Yeah,
Controversy. I don't really understand why it's 5.
Battlefield Victory.
Because Battlefield 4, and then it was Battlefield 1 because it's World War 1, but now they're in World War 2.
No, you're forgetting Hardline. That came out as well.
But that was between Battlefield 4, and it was almost like, that was not a new Battlefield game. That was like an expansion.
It was a new game. It was a new game.
Oh, it was.
It was.
No.
It was.
No.
Trust me.
No.
Trust me. It was like a Lost Legacy.
No.
That's what it was.
No.
It was.
No.
I didn't play it. I also didn't play Battlefield 1. But anyways, Battlefield 5, Battlefield V. What are your thoughts on the trailer? I mean, actually, yeah. What are your thoughts on the trailer for a start?
Yeah. That's a better place to start.
Overall.
What are my thoughts on the trailer? I thought it was a pretty dumb looking trailer. Now, I like World War II setting. I love Battlefield. It's my favorite multiplayer first-person shooter to play. I'm not a COD guy. I've never been a COD guy. Battlefield's my shit. And, you know, World War II is an awesome setting for it, and I'd love to see Battlefield do it, so I'm excited. And I was excited leading into this trailer. And the graphics obviously look beautiful. The action looks great. But I'm confused as to... I hate in these... My favorite part about Battlefield, the reason I love Battlefield, and I talk shit about Call of Duty, and the reason I go to Battlefield is because I want a more realistic, skillful experience in a first-person shooter multiplayer. Like, it's about how good you are in a realistic war zone setting where you've got a variety of things that can happen with vehicles, air combat, ground. There's just a whole variety of skills, and it's all about playing the objective. It's all about team-based work. You can kill as many people as you want, but that doesn't mean you're going to get the best score in the game or even win the game. You need to play the objective. You need to help your team out. You actually need to work together. Like, I love that about Battlefield, even with the big scope of it. Now, watching this trailer, and you've got these super soldiers that they've got shit going on all around, and they're surviving everything. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Battlefield isn't some steampunk, unrealistic-looking thing. I don't give a fuck about a woman being in battle. I don't care enough. It doesn't, it's exhausting to even worry about that to me. So that maybe would have annoyed me about a week ago. But, like, I was like, whatever. Like, women did fight in the wars, not for the British Army, but like in Soviets and French, there were women. Like whatever, I don't care. But like they're going for a steampunk style, and the dude, whoever the guy you were playing as, the first person perspective, he was just surviving everything and diving and jumping and not even taking cover, like literally just lying down on the ground and shooting and killing a bunch of people. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, what is that? It's not. So my thing isn't the female controversy. My thing is just it looked ridiculous. It looked like COD looks. That's a COD trailer.
Yeah, I agree.
What the fuck? That's not what I play Battlefield for. If I wanted to play bullshit first-person shooter games, I'd play COD. So yeah.
Yeah, I think my main criticism is the trailer made it look more like COD. They're going for like this whimsical sort of, oh, look how silly we are. Look at all our customization and all these funny dialogue lines. And it's like, that's not really why I play Battlefield. The thing is, like I've said to people, I don't care, obviously, about women in video games. Like some people would like to like make out that that's what the criticism is about. Horizon Zero Dawn.
What was your favourite game last year, by the way? Yeah.
One of my favourite games of all time. I have no problem playing as only women, because if you do care, you're insane.
Yeah. What was last year? Well, let's get through just last year. Our favourite games: Lost Legacy. The main two characters, both were women. Horizon Zero Dawn, Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which Aqua was the main fucking character in. Like,
great
3 of my
fucking
top 5 games of last year were all women focused.
Exactly. It's not a sexism thing. Like, no, you don't get this amount of criticism for Rainbow Six Siege having female soldiers, or Call of Duty Futuristic Man 3 having female soldiers. That's not. I don't think that's a real COD game, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
You don't get people getting angry because Unity had women assassins in the co-op. Like, no one.
But the thing with I was gonna say Far Cry 5. The thing with Battlefield 5 is it's not just the fact that they've got British female soldier on the front lines of World War II, which doesn't make sense, but it's not just they've got that.
Never happened ever. You've got once. Never happened.
Exactly, and that's the thing, right? They handled women incredibly well in Battlefield 1. You only had women as a certain division and for certain military. So if you're playing as the Soviet military, the sniper class was a female soldier because that was, near enough historically accurate. Whereas what they're portraying in Battlefield 5 is that you can just, if you want to be a woman, you just can. And it's like, I mean, I guess, but like, I know why you're doing this. It's not because you thought, oh, this would be really epic and awesome. It's obviously a political agenda, and it is exhausting, because I understand why this is happening, and the criticism doesn't come from, oh, you're just scared of women. No, I'm not. What the fuck kind of an argument is that? It's genuine criticism against not just that, but the direction they're taking Battlefield 5 in as a whole from that trailer. And a lot of people that have actually seen the game have said that trailer is nothing like what the game actually even is, apparently. But obviously we'll have to wait to find out.
It's also what I thought.
So, there's that. I mean, who fucking knows what they're doing? But, I mean, I've also, the fucking argument that I hate seeing is people saying, oh, you want realistic gameplay? Or you want a realistic game? Well, then you should have all of these things. It's like dumb shit. It's like, oh, you have to spend like 2 hours real time traveling to the battlefield. And it's like, no, that's not what we mean, is it?
Yeah.
That's not, no. Like, there's a difference between realistic gameplay and realistic context of, like, the setting that you're in. It's like, it'd be, like, I'd be just as annoyed if we were suddenly going into outer space or fighting aliens. It's like, all of it is unrealistic stuff that is sort of, like, clearly put in there just to be, over the top. Like, with all this, like, face paint and, like, you've got the prosthetic limbs and you've got, like, these silly, like, outfits where they've got, like, these dumb logos on. It's like, what is going on? Like, that's not... Like, I don't want this. So I think my main issue with it, and the main reason I'm defending the criticism, is not because I care, because I might not even play the game, is because I can't stand these people dismissing the criticism. I don't like people dismissing it as, oh, you're just a sexist hater, because, like, that's not true. That's not what's happening. Like, there's genuine criticism involved, and, people are just dismissing that, and that's what's bothering me the most, I think.
Like, literally, I don't know. My focus, as soon as I saw the woman and that she was British, as soon as I saw the British voice, I was confused. But I was mostly confused with, like, I'm like, well, okay, I guess. But then there's, like, this claw arm, and someone's like, well, that actually is real. I'm like, yeah, no, I know, but it's not that that's not real. It's that I promise you, in the millions of people that died and more millions that fought in the World War II, there wasn't ever at any point one female British woman on the front lines with a metal arm like that. Ever. Never happened once. Ever. Ever.
Yeah.
So, no. So, no. So, no.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why
so
that's
dumb.
And also, no one in the world, in that first-person perspective of the man that was the character the person was playing as, could survive that ridiculous situation that they put his character in. But I also don't care about the realism in the sense of, again, it's a video game, but what was that trailer trying to tell us? I just got nothing from that trailer.
It was a bad
I got
fucking
nothing
trailer.
from it. It just made no sense. There's no real context. It was just a whole lot of shit happening. And I also know, like you said, but I also knew watching, I'm like, that's not even what the game's going to be like.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to play the game, and it'll be exactly like every Battlefield game is, but in World War II. Because that's what it will be. So
I'm looking forward to seeing some gameplay. I'm because I don't care about, like, none of, like, I mean, I get the criticism, but I'm not necessarily the one. I'm just defending the criticism because I can't stand when people are dismissing it. That's like my thing. Whereas I'm not actually sitting there going, "Oh my god, I'm so mad at this," because I really don't care. I mean, I care in the sense that I'm concerned, like, I mean, I'm not anymore because EA have come out and said, and people that have seen it have said, that trailer really is not representative of the game. Like, that's a really weird trailer. But when I first saw it, I was concerned to be like, okay, so if this is what they're doing here, how much more of this game is gonna be this fucking stupid? Like, is this whole game just, like, turning Battlefield on its head? Like, what's going on? And so obviously we've got to wait and see, but yeah, I'm more defending the fact that people's criticism's valid and it's not blind sexism, because it's fucking not. Like, Horizon Zero Dawn did not get this much fucking hate. Like, the dislikes on the Battlefield 5 trailer are fucking, like, overpowering. And Horizon didn't get that.
I didn't know that.
Hellblade didn't get that. Fucking, you know, Kingdom Hearts, Lost Legacy, Rainbow Six Siege with their female soldiers, and Call of Duty, they don't get that. And so, obviously, anyone just saying, this is just, you're just sexist, it's just sexism, it's just sexist hating, no, it's not, is it? Otherwise, they would have done that with every other property that contained only female characters that you could play as, wouldn't they? But they didn't, so it's obviously not sexism, it's obviously some genuine criticism. Obviously, there's going to be some people, but that's not even, like, relevant, because that's the same with everything. You're going to have those people. Because that's nowhere near the fucking majority. So, you know, you got people like fucking, what's his name from Ubisoft? Bloody, fucking Andy, calling everyone sexist for having that.
Who cares what he thinks? Who gives a...
I didn't care either, but Amir told me that's what he said to him, so that was just, like, the one that I had in my head for an actual example.
Okay.
But,
yeah, okay. Like,
yeah, and obviously you've got that happening, so, you know.
I mean, the only people that are like don't understand the criticism, and it must be sexist. And if it's, you know, again, if anyone tweets that out like, well, if you think that you're sexist, and then people respond saying, no, here's legitimate criticism. Look at all the white supremacists that got together and, you know, comment on my thread. What a waste of time. Fucking bunch of dickheads.
But it's like, I think I like that there is that many dislikes, because I think it shows that this isn't what people want for Battlefield for a start. Like, people are like, we don't want all this crazy shit. Like, this is not a good trailer. We can see that you're, like, we can see by what you're doing, there's some politics involved here, and we don't want that in our game. Like, people can see that, and I think people are sick of it. And so I think it's good that it's getting that many dislikes. But I think knowing I was gonna say knowing the community, if they put out a good trailer, it won't. But I feel like they're sort of lost now. Because even if they put out something and it's really good and it shows Battlefield's really good and it's actually going the direction people want, I reckon it's still going to get hundreds of thousands of dislikes just because of that first trailer. I feel like people are just, like, going to jump on that sort of hate bandwagon as well. Yeah. In some ways,
people
like with Call of Duty. But
people
I mean, to be fair,
Call
of Duty Infinite Warfare was fucking garbage, as is every Call of Duty, but Infinite Warfare even more so. So I think...
well, aren't you making a Call of Duty video?
I'm planning to make one, yeah. Because
what's that about?
Well, I mean, I'm not really too sure yet, but when Black Ops 4 was announced, I was sort of like, because I've always been into the Black Ops games for their story. Black Ops 3 not so much, but I really liked the story from Black Ops 1, how it linked to World at War, and then Black Ops 2, how it was like a direct sequel. and I liked those characters. I liked the story. I liked that Treyarch cared about the Black Ops franchise. And when Black Ops 4 was announced, and they announced, we're putting in Battle Royale, we're taking out the campaign, there's no fucking campaign in it now, and all this stuff, I thought that might be a good topic for a video, since Black Ops was something that I was very into when I was younger. I thought it'd be a good topic to talk about, you know, has Black Ops sort of lost its, like, focus, like, you know, it was sort of like, it was, like, because you've got all those other Call of Duty games that Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer make, and they're sort of filler games to me, whereas the ones that Treyarch make are the proper Call of Duty releases. And it seems like Black Ops 4 is just sort of joining them in, like, you know, churning out these sort of mediocre games. And I sort of thought it'd be a good topic to just talk about, you know, what's going on with Black Ops 4, and sort of give my thoughts, and sort of give both sides as well that people have been talking about online, and just sort of bring that up in a discussion. But I'm still planning it. I haven't even started writing it yet, so I have no fucking clue what it's going to be. But
okay, interesting. I just kind of like, yeah, I mean, getting rid of campaigns to me is the weirdest thing, because I legitimately think Call of Duty, you know, whether I like them, whether I play them or not, I'm sure I haven't played, the first Black Ops was the last Call of Duty I played. I'm sure at least all of them have been fun campaigns, because Call of Duty campaigns is like playing like a Mission Impossible game. Like, they're ridiculous, like, action movie games. Like, they're not realistic, they're just ridiculous action movies. They're fun. There's some good stories in the old ones. The original Modern Warfare campaign was great. The World of War campaign was great. I thought the first Black Ops campaign was decent too. Like, they're good. It's weird to me to get rid of them.
Yeah. And I think they're going down that same route as someone like EA, where they're basically looking at it from like, oh no, everyone just wants multiplayer. No one wants single player anymore. This is where gaming's going. And yeah, I think it's just a really strange route to take, especially when Black Ops was really, like, to me, had the best campaigns. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 were really fucking good. The way they linked together and, you know, carried on these characters, and it was really good. But I don't know, especially when they used the campaign, like, and the continuity and continuation of the campaign story to market Black Ops 4. Like, they did, like, the teaser trailer was
But what makes it Black Ops? If it is, aren't all the Black Ops games, like, they have this similar story? That's what they're called, Black Ops. Like, why is this called Black Ops 4 if there's no campaign? I don't understand.
Just the brand, isn't it? That's the thing. Like, they've lost focus of what Black Ops was, and they've just gone, well, we'll call it Black Ops because people are gonna buy Black Ops. Everyone knows fucking Call of Duty Black Ops. So, yeah, it's just the biggest Call of Duty, like, brand, isn't it? So they're just using the name. I don't think, like, they used to care. Like, Black Ops was Black Ops because the stories were in keeping. They were a continuation of each other. I mean, I still believe that the team that developed Zombies is very passionate about what they do. They really love doing, like, hiding those Easter eggs, doing those secret cryptic messages, and I admire that from the team, even if I'm not necessarily into it. I think that's really cool that they're very into it, but they've kind of lost focus with the whole single player and the campaign, and, like, I don't know, it's just very strange. Because Black Ops 2 was one of my favorite games. It was I think that's my favorite Call of Duty game. Black Ops 2 was really good. It had a solid multiplayer and a really good campaign, and Zombies was great as well. And that's a game I played the shit out of. And I think it's just disappointing to see that Black Ops has sort of gone downhill when it used to be pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's interesting, because I mean, it's news to me. Like, I like hearing about that because it's just something I don't really know anything about, to be totally honest. But they're going, because is it I don't understand, because I watched for the first time, I saw Fortnite, found out what that was because I went to a mate's house and they were playing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I watched them play like 10 games in a row, and I was like, oh, this looks like the worst. Like, it was so boring. And I was like, so this is what the mode they're doing for COD now instead of a campaign. Yeah. Like Battle Royale. Don't get me wrong, Battle Royale sounds like a fun mode, but Fortnite just looks like a pile of dicks.
I've never been a fan of Battle Royale. I've never been a fan of it.
But it's just, isn't it just like 100 people fight to the death?
Basically.
Last person wins. No lives. I'm like,
it's Minecraft Hunger Games. That's what it is. It's literally Minecraft Hunger Games.
Yeah.
And that was fun when I was 12, but, you know, I couldn't fucking do it. Like, it's just
I just don't like multiplayer games that much, you know. I'm a single player gamer.
An epic single player gamer.
Yeah, epic single player gamer, bro. I just hate people. Don't have friends. Yeah. You know? So I feel like these multiplayer games excluding people that don't have friends. So
Yeah, it's actually quite offensive, to be honest.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm offended.
Yeah, you should be.
Well, what do you expect? What do you expect, mate?
I don't know.
What?
All right. Well, what we got next?
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3 had a premiere event, James. Let's do it now. We're at the exciting bit now. Let's rejuvenate this.
Kingdom Hearts 3 really good to get a Kingdom Hearts guest on. That would have been fun. Someone who's been to the event. That would have been good.
Yeah, that would have been good, but it's a bit too much, and we didn't know more guests. True. We're not doing guests anymore ever again. Ever again. But so, why don't you explain the event, like what the deal is, and like what we got from it, I guess.
Square Enix invited a bunch of content creators, whether that be from YouTube or from blogs, or from obviously they invite people like IGN, to an event in LA, I think it was, to play Kingdom Hearts 3, like the first people to properly play Kingdom Hearts 3, and they could capture gameplay, and they could talk about their impressions, and all of that shit. And so, I mean, obviously we got a bunch of gameplay come out of people, like, actually playing the game, just, like, straight gameplay that's not from a trailer, which was nice. We actually got to sort of, we get to hear how it feels, and, how that is. I believe they also had like a bit of a sort of mini press conference where they Tetsuya Nomura talked about the game, talked about some of the development, and talked about some of the story as well, where we got quotes from saying something like the ending is going to be hard to swallow, which is interesting, but
okay, okay. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we know a lot more about the game now, which is interesting, like in terms of gameplay and how things work, like being able to you can have 3 Keyblades equipped at once and switch between them on the go, which is really good.
Loved that.
Because I think that's a really good way, because I was concerned because Keyblade transformations basically replace drive forms, and you could like go into drive forms sort of when you wanted to in Kingdom Hearts 2, like you could sort of pick and go into them, and I was like, well, if you can only have a Keyblade transformation in place of like 5 drive forms, how is this the same thing? But if you have 3 at a time, that means you can have 3 Keyblade transformations that you can switch between when you want to, when you sort of like get that power up. And once you like get it, say you have like Hyper Hammer Keyblade transformation, if you switch to your next Keyblade, it saves that and it doesn't deplete. So when you switch back, you'll still have the Hyper Hammer with the same sort of meter left. And so you can use that for probably some really cool, like, I don't know, strategies sort of down the line, which is cool.
Imagine if the ending sucked of Kingdom Hearts 3, and like
just really
Xehanort wins and everybody dies. It's like, okay,
that won't happen,
and that's it. Well, you say that, but if someone's going to do it, it's some development team in Japan that doesn't give a fuck about emotion, and they have sex robots.
I mean, yeah, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Tetsuya Nomura. He knows how to push boundaries, but I don't think they'll do that. He said the theme for this game is resolution, so. I suppose they're resolving it.
Yeah, the resolution is
all the good guys
dies.
die. Darkness consumes
the resolution
the world.
Is they all die, James. Do you not understand what I'm trying to tell you right now? They're all dead.
I think they're going to really bring all of the Kingdom Hearts lore together. I reckon we're going to get a lot from sort of the key back cover, sort of Union Cross era, as part of Kingdom Hearts 3. With like, since we saw Marluxia in that trailer, and like what the fuck is the Master of Masters doing? So.
Yep, good point.
I feel like those things could come together, and who knows? Maybe they'll set up some more games. Maybe they won't. Maybe it'll fully resolve Kingdom Hearts, and the franchise will be over. Who knows what the fuck they're gonna do?
Hopefully, the franchise will be over. I don't
know whether
I'm ready for it to end because I'm sick of waiting for this franchise. You know what I mean? It's been just 12 years. It's been more than half my life. Again, I was 11 when I bought Kingdom Hearts 2. It was on my 11th birthday, and I'm 23 before this game comes out.
Well, regardless, it'll be the ending of a chapter anyway. Like, it's not going to be like get ready for Kingdom Hearts 4. It'll be like, this is definitely an ending. Whether they pick it up and do something else with the franchise, who knows? But it's definitely going to be an ending.
Yeah, look, I just wanted to end so I can just move on with my life, because it's just been my whole life. You know what I mean? It's just been simply too much of my life with this franchise, and I'm just ready to move on, ready to be excited for new things. You know, James. You know what I mean?
Sure, man. I get it.
That's all. That's all.
But out of the criticism we got for Kingdom Hearts 3 that people have been talking about, one of the main things which sort of concerned me was the floatiness of the game. Sort of
what do you
likening
mean
it to like
floatiness?
So you know when you play Kingdom Hearts 2 and you do an air combo, and you finish it, but you'll be like landing, so like he'll move down and like the gravity will be in effect as he hits. Whereas in something like Birth by Sleep, you'll just stay in the air. Like, there's no gravity unless you just stop attacking, and there'll be like a delay between stop attacking, fall to the ground. Whereas in Kingdom Hearts 2, it was more realistic, like it flowed better. And Kingdom Hearts 3 seems to be more like Birth by Sleep, where you're sort of floating around in the air. And
yeah,
that is a little bit...
Do you not like that? I'm fine with that, who cares?
It feels weird. I don't like the delay in falling to the ground. I like where it's all fluid.
Did you not like it in Birth by Sleep? Did you not like it then?
No, not really. Wasn't a fan of it.
Okay.
So like, I like it to feel like when you, if you attack and you're like comboing in the air, then yeah, you still get that sort of like, you sort of stay in the air because you're doing these combos. When you do a finisher, you fall to the ground while you're doing the finisher sort of thing. Like gravity is in effect while you're sort of still hitting. Whereas in Birth by Sleep, you'll do the finisher, Aqua will like stay in the air for a bit, then resume like a different position, then fall to the ground. And it's quick, but like it's noticeable when you're playing. Like it's not like fluid and it's all happening. It's like she has to like change animation and then fall, and that's what Kingdom Hearts 3 seems to be doing. Maybe they'll change it, but it's not a thing that bothers me hugely. But it's a criticism that's like I would like that to change.
Okay, well maybe it won't be as bad when you play it. Maybe it'll be. I wouldn't mind it in between, like 2 and a Birth by Sleep.
Sure.
Somewhere meet in the middle. Maybe you're just happy with Kingdom Hearts 2, but I think people are just too, dick hard on Kingdom Hearts 2's combat.
Well, I mean, I don't think it needs to be exactly Kingdom Hearts 2, but I think what they should have done is taken Kingdom Hearts 2
overrated,
and built
bro.
on it.
It's not the best Kingdom Hearts game. I'm
over
over it. I'm over hearing Kingdom Hearts fans.
Definitely
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the greatest thing of all time. Oh my god. It's not though, is it? It's not at all.
It definitely is. Definitely is. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
You know what? I like Birth by Sleep more than I like Kingdom Hearts 2. How about that?
Get the fuck out. I like Chain of Memories better than Dream Drop Distance, so fuck off.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said. And you've said some dumb shit on this podcast. Of the 4 years we've been doing this, you know what? That's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Look,
that's
I'm not
it.
Look,
I'm just said it.
I just don't like it that much. It's not that good.
That was actually a really good modern day in Rogue. Was less dumb than what you just said then. That's how dumb that was.
Look, this is coming from someone that's never played Chain of Memories.
You don't even... I've played it. I couldn't finish it because it was...
No.
That's how bad it was.
No.
That's how bad it was. That I started, I'm like, oh, this is the worst. And its whole story is inconsequential. And you can play Kingdom Hearts 2 and it's not relevant. You don't need it. Doesn't matter.
Look,
it explains all in Kingdom Hearts 2. Nothing happened.
Shit game.
No, it's not a shit game. You're a shit game.
It's not a shit game. It's not a shit game.
Fuck.
But it is a shit game.
Yeah.
Look. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. Cool. Good shit.
What do you think of, because I wasn't sure if Wreck-It Ralph would be a world, and it's not. It's a summon.
Yeah, that's interesting. Not too mad at that, to be honest.
I'm loving the summons, by the way. I've never used summons in Kingdom Hearts. I just don't...
Well, that's because you didn't play Chain of Memories, where summons were really cool and useful, and you turn into Simba and roar.
Anyway,
yeah.
The summons in this look cool as shit. Like, aerial summon? Like, come on.
Oh, it looks sick.
Fucking...
Yeah, it looks sick.
The diving down and diving up, that's fucking cool, man. You actually get to be a part of the summon. Whereas in, like, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, it's just like, oh, they're next to you and they do shit. But, that's about it.
Yeah.
If you press the triangle, they'll also do a combination move. I'm like, alright, that's kind of cool.
They kind of work like command styles from Birth by Sleep. The same way that pretty much everything is like a command style from Birth by Sleep.
The only thing I know about Kingdom Hearts 3 is almost like, this is almost too much. I'm like, there is so much to this. Like,
I think it's very simplified, to be honest.
How can you die in Kingdom Hearts 3? You've got all of the moves ever. in that are combined that were unique to individual Kingdom Hearts games. It's now all in this one game.
To me, it looks way more simple because it's just everything is an on-screen prompt. Like,
yeah, sort of.
Compared to like Kingdom Hearts 2, where you had to trigger everything manually, everything's now just, oh, here's a power-up, and here's another one, and here's another one. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, Kingdom Hearts 2, it's just like, just press triangle, and the game will do the rest. That's the whole game. Press triangle.
Oh, God. Fucking reaction commands. Bloody... I was going to say, I hope that, because everyone was playing on beginner difficulty for the demo, just so they sort of didn't have any difficulty with anything. I'm hoping that if you play on harder difficulties, those command prompts are less frequent. Like, you don't get, you know, fucking, like, like, as soon as you get into combat, you just have all these commands popping up, like, oh, do all these overpowered attacks. I'm hoping that if you play harder difficulties, they're not so common, because that could be really
sure
annoying.
That would be the case, right?
Yeah.
You'd have to think.
I hope so. And also with the attraction flow rides, something that people said is there's no way to trigger specific ones. It just depends. Sometimes it'll do, you know, one, sometimes another. There's no clear indication of how you get a specific attraction flow. It just depends on where you are or what you're doing. Like, there's not really a reason. It'll just randomly pick one. But I don't know. Maybe there is a way and we don't know sort of how it works yet. They look fun, though. I like the music that comes in when you summon them. It does, like, the hand-in-hand, sort of... It's like a remix of hand-in-hand, which is a nice piece of music.
Yeah.
And it sounds cool.
My favourite thing is triggering Kingdom Hearts fans with talking shit about Kingdom Hearts 2 and Chain of Memories. It's so much fun.
They're both great.
It's my favourite. I love the chats, and people are like, fuck off, Tyler. You fucking piece of shit.
Hey, man. I'm all set. I've got Horizon. Fuck Kingdom Hearts 2.
I've got big shoes. Dude, Kingdom Hearts 2 is bullshit, bro. Who the fuck is Roxas? Who even is...
Who's Aromas, man?
Who is Aromas? I love how that's a constant joke we talk about, but no one even knows what it is, except you and I. It's so inside that it doesn't even make sense to anyone listening. I get they say it a lot, that's funny, but like, what is it?
Yeah, who is Aromas? Who is Aromas?
I've listened to every podcast. Like, how did I miss that?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
You'll find it if you listen to all of them, I promise.
Listen to all of them again, thoroughly.
Yeah. It's you get the secret ending if you listen to all of the podcasts a few times.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
But seriously, I'm all set. I got a Horizon, so I'm all set. I've also got big shoes, man!
I got big shoes, man. So does Sora. Sora's got big shoes.
Well, that's why Sora's the best, and fuck Roxas.
Roxas is my boy.
No, it's not, though, is he?
Love
He's not your boy.
Roxas, he is.
The best character is Sora. Everyone else sucks and can get fucked.
Hey, man, I've got Sora. I don't need any more characters, man. Who the fuck is Goofy?
Who the fuck is Goofy?
Who the fuck is this stupid, daffy, duck-looking fucker? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was playing Kingdom Hearts while you were sucking milk off your mum's tits, so shut the fuck up.
Fucking hell.
That's what I said to George, because it's true.
Is it true?
Yeah, it was. Well, let's put it this way. What year was George born?
2001?
Correct. What year did Kingdom Hearts 1 come out?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
2002, when I was playing it. That's when I was playing Kingdom Hearts 1. In 2002, when he was sucking milk off a tit. That's when I was playing Kingdom Hearts 1. So he can't talk shit to me about who's an epic gamer at Kingdom Hearts.
We all know who is the epic gamer, and it's not you.
But it is
you don't like Kingdom Hearts 2, you haven't done the Data Battles, you haven't done Lingering Mill, you are shit at Kingdom Hearts, you're shit at games, and a noob, so I don't like you.
Don't say the N-word on this podcast, we've talked about this. Don't ever say the N-word
God.
again.
Oh, Jesus.
You got a sense.
Bloody hell. Oh, God. I swear to God, my throat is going to, like... I'm not going to have one by the end of the stream. I'm going to have just a neck. And that's it.
And that's it. We've got to back up for the podcast tomorrow, the spoiler cast for Han Solo.
Oh, fucking hell. I reckon I'm on the road to recovery, though, boys, so I think I'm alright.
Yeah, but this might set you back.
Oh yeah, fucking might. If I'd have stayed quiet today and not said a word, I might have been alright, but who knows.
Dude, James obliterated you. Noob.
Yeah, you are shit at games and a noob.
And
Yeah, get fucked.
Got him. Oh, fucking pooned in the wildy, bro. Pooned in the wildy, bro.
Absolutely
Oh,
wrecked.
you wouldn't even know what that means. Do you know what pooned in the wildy
no,
means?
of course I don't know what that means.
Oh, well, the sad news has been revealed that RuneScape servers are getting shut down as of the 1st of August. RuneScape is no longer a game.
Wow, I don't care.
You obviously know what RuneScape is, don't you?
Of course I know what it is. I just never played it.
Okay, well, you didn't have a fun childhood then.
Well, all my friends played it. I wasn't into it because I was an epic gamer that was playing actual games, like a true gaming legend back in the day.
Dude, you were clapping Assassin's Creed credits like a fucking piece of shit. Like
that was
a little
pretty good
bitch.
modern day. I really liked Rogue. It's dark. Rogue's dark.
Dude, Rogue, you just don't get it. If you don't like Rogue, you just don't get it, dude.
No, that's true.
And if you don't like Assassin's Creed 3, you're just racist.
That's true as well.
That is a fact.
Yeah, it is. It is a fact.
It's a fact. But seriously, RuneScape's getting shut down, and that's sad. But Poon to the Wildy's a RuneScape reference because the Wildy is like the PvP zone. The wilderness is what it's called. So if you got killed in the Wildy, you just got pooned in the Wildy.
That's
People
so
used to say. That was like the saying, oh, I just got fucking pooned in the Wildy! You just got pooned!
That's so fucking random.
You just got fucking pooned. Because it's like owned, but someone spelled owned wrong with a P. You know, because P is next to O on the keyboard.
Yeah.
So people would say poon. And that became as like, you got pooned. You got pooned in the Wildy, bro.
Well,
so you call me a fucking noob? You got pooned in the Wildy, bro. You fucking noob. I just stole all your shit, you fucking bitch.
What
fucking pooned in the Wildy.
Spelled with zeros instead of O's.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking elite, bro. Fucking elite gamers here. Dude,
elite hacker noobs, epic gamers.
Dude, you can be an epic gamer if you want, but I'm elite gamer. You don't understand the level of which I'm. Dude, I'm elite, bro. Elite. I'm the ancient gamer here. I'm the ancient gamer. Someone said something to me on my E3 video because I was talking about Nintendo. I'm actually very excited for Nintendo's press conference because Pokemon's coming to Switch and I'm going to cry. Lose my mind. They're going to finally have a proper Pokemon RPG that's on a fucking handheld console, and it's finally going to be on a console. And I'm going to buy a Switch the day after they announce it and show gameplay, then I will buy a Switch the next day. And then I can finally try, because I've had the same Pokemon team for 15 years.
Yeah.
I've still got my Manectric from my Ruby version, and I've got it in because I buy every latest version. I've got fucking Moon or Sun, whatever the latest version is. Haven't finished it. I just get them so I can trade over my team and kind of play a little bit.
Yeah.
I've got my Ambipom from Diamond and Pearl, all level 100. I've got my fucking my Braviary, my fucking Crocodile. I got all the boys from Black and White. And you, who do I get from X and Y? Fucking the Flaming Lion bloke, he's in there, so he's a thing. Do I got my Primate? So fuck off. Okay. And I'm gonna trade him over to my console. I'm gonna have my Ambipom, my favorite Pokemon in the world, Ambipom. It's a purple monkey. That's my favorite Pokemon in the world. Ambipom, a purple monkey. He's the best. He's because I like purple. And he's gonna be on a console. He's going to be in 3D in front of me in a console, and I'm going to cry because it's like he's really there, James. It's like he's really there, James.
Well, I'm excited for you. I am. Truly am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you fucking better be. But someone said to me in the comments, oh, the first Pokemon I played was the remake of Gold version. I forget what they called because I didn't get them. But like, it was like, I got like something Gold, Ultra Gold or whatever it's called. It's definitely not called Ultra Gold, but I'm just saying that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because to me, when someone's like, I play Pokemon, I'm like, oh yeah, see, what was the first one you got? Like, you know, did you get Diamond and Pearl? I guess that could be the first one. Or like, you know, did you play like blue or red versions or yellow versions or something? Like the first one I played
was the first one I played.
Red was the first one I played, but I didn't own it. I didn't own, like my cousins owned the Game Boy Pockets. First one I played, I owned was like the Silver and Gold version me and Harlan had. And that was from 1999. I'm like, fuck, I'm ancient, bro. I'm fucking ancient gamer. Dude, I'm an ancient gamer. You can be all the epic gamer you want. I'm a fucking Hard Gold. Who's the remake? Fucking
Ultra Gold.
Ultra Gold is what it's called. No, yeah. Wrong. Hey, Alex, you're wrong. It's Ultra Gold.
Look it up. Yeah. Look it up, noob!
Noob.
It's Ultra Gold.
just pooned him in the wildy, bro. You
Yeah, I
fucking pooned
fucking
him.
did.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if I could, I'd give you a high five. Fucking wrecked him.
Dude. No, dude. I thought you said you'd give me a high five in the rectum. And I'm like, what?
Oh, God. No, I can't laugh.
If you get a shirt that's a picture of a rectum and it just says "wrecked him" on it,
Oh, fucking hell.
That's got to be a t-shirt. Wrecked him and it's a picture of the rectum. Oh my God.
Wow, I tell you,
That's a shirt.
that. No one.
Make it. Dude, I'd fucking wear that all the time.
Oh, God,
and then it would just say ancient. It would just say ancient gamer on the back.
Oh, fuck, I can't breathe. Jesus Christ. I can't be doing with all this fun. Jesus.
You're having too much fun. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh. God, I feel like an old person.
I'll stop the fun. I'll bring it down. So there's been Assassin's Creed leaks.
Oh, wait. Okay, fucking hell. You've just ruined my life. All right, let's talk about Assassin's Creed.
Were you the one that said... You're the one that said
what?
You don't want to have fun. So I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about Assassin's Creed.
True, that is the only way we can have fun. I forgot about that.
The only way we cannot have fun, I mean.
If we're talking about Assassin's Creed, why is it not in the fucking title?
Well, because why? Because then people be like, "Oh, you guys still talking about Assassin's Creed?" Like, maybe.
Yeah, true.
But you'll have to come listen to find out.
All right, so Assassin's Creed. Should we go through the leak? Can we go through the supposed leak, the new one? If I can fucking find it, we can talk about it. Let me fucking okay, I can't find it. Hang on. I'll go to the ones who came before.
Yep, that's it, my friend. That's it.
Okay, I've got it. All right. Colin didn't actually link to the original 4chan post, did he? He just wrote down the... Oh, here it is. The fuck? Okay. Okay, so, the leak says... and all they attached
this was like today.
Was an Assassin's Creed logo. Yeah, yesterday. And he says... First, let me get something out of the way. I cannot reveal my identity, but okay, I'm gonna just pop this up on stream real quick as well. Actually.
This is a 4chan leaker.
Yeah, those really reliable blokes. I don't know whether you're gonna be able to read this, lads, but it's on stream anyway. Let me just move this over. So he said, first, let me get something out of the way. I cannot reveal my identity, but I will reveal information about the game. After reading all the fake leaks regarding the upcoming Assassin's Creed game, I admit they have gotten quite a few things accurate, but I've decided to tell the truth that must come out eventually. I'll be giving you information in bite-sized pieces. Note that I will not reveal anything about the modern day, nor will I reveal the game's title or its story, only a small synopsis. And also, quick side note before I begin, the next game will not be revealed at E3, however, there will be a remake of Assassin's Creed revealed at E3 at the Ubisoft conference alongside a new Splinter Cell and The Division 2. Well, The Division 2's already out. Like, that's already been announced, so... Whatever. Anyway. Now, onto the game. Point number 1 is... You play as a half-Greek orphan mentored by an older Bayek. You basically act as his sidekick, essentially for most of the game. Bayek is also playable in small sections of the game, similar to Aya. All of Greece is explorable, including the Aegean Sea and the islands, and parts of Asia Minor, including Troy and Miletus. Okay, then we've got... I need to, like, zoom out so people can actually fucking see it on screen. I don't know, you can't really see that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Naval gameplay is back and has a bigger presence than Origins, but less of a presence than Black Flag. Combat and parkour remain the same, only with major improvements and different upgrades. In brackets, parkour is upgradable too. Aya does not appear in the game. This is all I'll be revealing about the game. You'll have to wait until next E3 to learn more. So what are you thinking? You fucking really excited?
I mean, if this is true, like, it's not true. It isn't, of course.
It's not.
But if this was true, I would be excited. Wouldn't you? Bayek's in the game is playable. You know, he has an impact on the game.
But then why are we just playing as him?
Okay, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this to you, right? Like, look, because if this is true, this wasn't true 6 months ago. We know that, right? Mm-hmm. So this should be, if Bayek's in the game like this, it's because they've changed the story. Yeah. It's because they've got enough time to change the story, and they've changed the story. We know he is not the planned protagonist from what we've heard. Now, what we've heard, it's just Greek characters, and we keep hearing about possible 2 protagonists or optional protagonists, and now all of a sudden it's just 1. I'm not sure how, because I still wouldn't be shocked. Look, we're going to know in 2 weeks at E3, we're going to find out what's true. Greece is obviously the next setting. We know this already.
Yeah.
We already know that. That's for sure. That's definite. We know that Greece is the next setting.
Pretty sure, yeah.
And said after, I'm 100% sure. It's for sure the next setting.
Okay.
Text me when you know I'm right. Anyway.
Texas Cowboy.
And Texas a cowboy. But there's just certain things that we keep hearing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's back to annual and it comes out the end of this year and they've already got a Greek game and it is what it is. No bike, that's when there's no bike. There's definitely no remake of Assassin's Creed 1 sort of thing. But if it was always planned and they're like, no, we're not doing annually, this is coming out in 2 years, the end 2019. Like we first heard it was, and as was first reported as well by the Liam Robertson dude as well from like comicbook.com, the legit source. If that's the case, then they do have time to change it. We talked about that. Like, if Bike get a sequel, we don't think that was ever the plan, but I think they have time to figure that out. Because that's all the story specifics, the script and stuff is like the last thing they sort of do.
Yeah.
They only, the motion capture stuff, they do that the like last 12 months of the game development.
Yeah.
So if it's coming out this year, it's obviously too late, but if it comes out fall next year, then there's time.
Yeah.
So if Bike's in the game, there's a new story, it's a new development. And so my argument would be, well, it's kind of too late maybe for them to change Bike as the character, but they could have a story and it's about this new character and this new story he has, but we can put Bike in it to make an impact on it, and then he's like a playable in some bits. That might be the best compromise we can get.
That's what I've said from the beginning, is if Bike's not the character, we're playing as someone else, there better be a reason why we're not playing as him, and have him be of consequence, the same way Altair was of consequence to Ezio and Desmond in Assassin's Creed 2, because it connects everything, it makes everything connected, and if they do that, I would be happy, to be honest.
So would I. And I've been interested in a story like this for a long time, and it's actually my next Assassin's Creed The Truth episode is narrative challenge to Assassin's Creed. I don't want to spoil the whole video, but it's pretty much like to try new things. The same way God of War changes narrative completely. Why is it every game is prologue, setup, complication of why they become an assassin, then most of the game, each sequence, you hunt down a target that's of no consequence and shit character and poorly developed, one after the other, and then you kill an undeveloped villain at the end, and then you get an Apple of Eden, and that's every Assassin's Creed game ever.
Yeah.
Why not have it not really be about assassinating and be a bit more grounded? I've wanted a story for a long time as well. So this video, I want to talk about all these other possible things. Why are there not, like other franchises, where there's different teams work on different games? And when I say different teams work on different games, I mean different genres. So the sub-genres. So there can be a game that's like a linear Assassin's Creed, but they're like their own Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's Assassin's Creed something, and there's multiple games of that, and one team focuses on that, and it's like you're playing Uncharted, but it's Assassin's Creed. So you're in the universe of Assassin's Creed. You're playing maybe as an assassin in that universe, but it's all about actually hunting down artifacts and things like that, and pieces of Eden, and it's very lore focused or something like that. Yeah. Or I've wanted to see a game that this could be where it's not about revenge. It's not even about assassinating Templars. It's about the training of an assassin, and there's a mentor a part of it. And I wasn't sure if I would do I want to play as the person training them, like a game where if it was an Arno sequel and he trains Leon, and that was like throughout the game he had an apprentice, similar to like a Jedi master and apprentice, a mentor and a protege. Yeah. I would love Batman a game where why not? And why not have it where the focus is about training to become a master assassin? That's the game. It's not about there's no villain. The story is you're training to become a master assassin, handpicked by Bayek of Siwa, the first mentor of the Assassin Order. He's handpicked you. He's training. And subsequently, you run into trouble. You run into people that kill and combat and things like that. But it's not about each sequence. You have to have a target hunt and there has to be a bunch of assassinations. I'd be cool with a game where there's not a bunch of assassinations in it. There might be one, and it's the ending. But this doesn't mean there's not action. It doesn't mean there's not fun gameplay. But do something different. Challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Or it's about training. like this one talks about parkour upgrades. I actually love that idea, and I've wanted this for ages. Why is parkour not upgraded? Why does everyone know how to climb like a fucking master from the start of the game? It's ridiculous. Why do you not need like a skill to be able to climb cliffs?
Yeah.
It's a different skill to be able to climb trees. It's a different skill to even be able to climb faster. It's a different skill to be able to do the jump.
The grab leap thing?
Yeah, climb leap. Like, I always go back to, well, Ezio had to learn a skill to how to climb leap.
Yeah.
You know, you learn new things that make something that you could already do, it makes you better at doing that thing you already could do. So this guy can climb, but he's not that fast, but he can't climb cliffs because he doesn't know how to climb cliffs. But he can climb a building because it's a bit easier. But then all of a sudden you can jump higher, and you're like, that's cool. That's someone that goes from not being a good assassin to a great assassin.
Oh, that'd be a good game.
Not just character development, but it's also gameplay development. Do I think this leak is real? No, I don't. And we're going to find out whether it is real or not by E3, because if they reveal a remake of Assassin's Creed 1, I'm going to believe this leak.
Yeah.
But they're not. It's not going to be. But it's only 2 weeks, and we'll know for sure.
I mean,
but
it's
I'm
like,
just saying, this is an idea of a story that I would love to see. The focus is a character becoming a master, and why you've been handpicked by Bayek. That'd be a great story.
Yeah,
it'd be an interesting
really
dynamic to see Bayek, who is a father that lost his child, and now he's fathering a young protege assassin. And you see how he would have reacted to training his own son, and you'd get to see plenty of cool moments with Bayek, whilst also developing in this new fresh character that's gone from doesn't know how to be an assassin to assassin. It's the best compromise of both worlds, I think, for people that want a Bayek sequel and AMR that wants fresh. It's a compromise, and it's a great, cool story that I think hasn't been done and needs to be done.
Yeah, and you could also have that. The game could end with Bayek dying. You could see like sort of that sort of thing, because this is maybe pushing it, but you could have this sets up this new character. Bayek is with him, teaches him everything, and then dies for whatever reason. And then the next game could follow the same guy who was trained, and he moves on and he does more things, and you could do whatever with that. Like, that'd be really cool. Not that they do it. Not that they're even doing this. Like, it's not a fucking real leak. I'm not going to believe it until I see it. But
it's a quite ridiculous leak, especially because we haven't. That's not what we've heard. It's not what the other leaks have heard. They're really just taking bits.
I think all the leaks, every fucking leak that we've got, I think they're all fucking fake. I don't think we've heard one real leak. Even the one that we've heard, I don't think it's fucking real, because there's no proof that that's an Assassin's Creed project that the dude was,
What are you talking about?
There's no proof it's Assassin's Creed. It was Ubisoft, but there's no proof it's Assassin's Creed. He could be making it up.
We've got proof. We literally went through it. We didn't just talk. I would never come onto this podcast and talk about this like I believe it, unless we went through a lot of checking to believe this person that's talked to us.
But there is no proof that it's Assassin's Creed though. Because
sure, but
the guy might have been invited to a focus group. That could be all true, but he might have gone, I could use this to just
we don't need to say that.
Leak.
We're saying too much. We're obviously saying too much already.
Oh, yeah, I know, but if people already know.
Yeah, but no, they don't. No, they don't.
Well, there was a leak that was based on this information that was posted, that was by some...
I think people have lied and posted fake leaks about what we've said.
I think what we heard's fake. I'm just gonna say it. I think what we heard's fake.
Do you really?
I actually do think it's fake. I think the guy was lying.
Do you?
I actually do. I don't think we've heard a real leak yet. But
so you don't think it's even Greece?
No, I think Greece makes sense. I think that is just logical, but I don't think any of the leaks are true. I really don't. It just...
I think there's elements to every leak that's true. The naval bit is a constant every single leak. It's like there's a naval's back, and I believe that.
I just don't
100%,
know.
I do.
I feel like they're all piggybacking off each other.
I don't think anything we've heard is 100% true. You're right. I don't think there's a thing you and I have heard that's 100% true. I think there's elements of truth in all of them.
I mean, not all of them, because I know some of them were fucking made up by people in the community.
Or copycat leaks and things like that.
Yeah. So I don't fucking know. Like, there's ones we got for Origins there was a lot that ended up actually being true that me and Brett were so sure they were fake.
Dude, go back to the 4chan link, and I was fucking telling you from the beginning, I promise you Egypt's the next setting. I told you from the fucking beginning. I fucking told you. I said I'm 100% sure it's in Egypt. I'm telling you right now. And you've got And the 4chan guy that posted it, go back to the origin link. He talks about Greece being the next game. Greece is supposed to be.
Yeah, I do think it's
he said Naval is in the game, and we're like, that's bullshit. You're ridiculous. He had so many details of this game, so many fucking details of this game, and they were all 100% true. Everything he said was right.
Mirages in the desert and stuff.
Every single thing he said was correct. And the only things that were off were things that must have been changed, but there were still elements of truth. You're like, oh, that must have been the like we got this, but that's pretty similar to that, so that must have just added that. And he said Greece was in the game, and they moved it. That's going to be the next game. He said that.
Yeah, that's true then. Well, that's true.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here. I would never ever want to sit here and tell people I'm sure it's in Greece if I didn't honestly. No, it was.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it's Greece, and I think that guy that leaked Empire originally, I think based on because he said there's talks about doing a trilogy with this character. Maybe, I mean, this new leak we've got, I don't think it's real, but maybe that could mean that Bayek is at least present, because this guy said there were talks about a trilogy. Maybe they decided against doing a game where Bayek is the protagonist again, but maybe it's a sequel to Origins in a way, maybe. I mean, this leak would indicate that. I mean, I think I don't fucking know. Like, this leak feels like the most real leak we've gotten so far. Like, it feels
Does it?
It feels realistic to me, to be honest. Like with the way he's saying like he's saying like he's just giving like areas of the game, naval gameplay is back. Combat parkour remain the same. Like it feels realistic. It doesn't feel like a jump or like too much of a stretch from Origins. And then he just says like the next game won't be at E3. Assassin's Creed 1 remake will be at E3. Maybe it just means remaster. Maybe it doesn't mean a full remake. Who knows?
I don't know how you remaster a game that kind of, in some ways, dated. It's a very dated game.
Yeah.
I don't think a remaster would work as well.
Maybe we just gotta wait and see. I mean, we will know the truth in
2 weeks. We're gonna know the truth.
We'll know.
We're gonna know what's up.
So, yeah.
And if we don't hear anything, like there's literally no news whatsoever, then it's like, well, I guess it's coming out in 2019 at the end of the year. It's not at E3 at all, and there's no AC1 remake. Then all we know is probably the game's in Greece, probably 99%, and that's it. That's all we're gonna know.
Yeah.
We're not really. And we're going to have to wait till next E3, and that'll be it.
Yeah. Like, this new leak we've got as well, I don't think... I mean, the reason it feels more real to me is because the leak we got with Empire was... there was no story details. It was just gameplay stuff and technical stuff, and that's the same with this leak. And I think they're very similar, but I think the difference is...
I mean, the story stuff was it'll be the origin of the Assassin Order set before that, and that's what the guy said. It'll be the origin of the orders before they were really established. I'm like, holy shit, this dude was 100% right. Can we go through?
Like,
Let's
the
go
original Empire leak?
4chan Empire.
You'll find a Kotaku article, I think.
Yeah. And then it'll link to that. Okay.
Yeah.
NeoGAF.
It's like compiled all together.
Let's go through this. Let's go through it. James, shall we?
Yep.
Okay.
I can whack it up on stream.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Let's go. So NeoGAF, 4chan, no Assassin's Creed in 2016. 2017 in Egypt, Witcher inspired, Ubisoft Dead said. Well, let's hope for the best. Okay. So let's go through. Click to expand. Found the original 4chan thread. There are a few more posts here. Answer the question. Okay. So this is the guy that's posting. Ancient Egypt. They want the least amount of historical documentation to get freedom. The story is set before the Assassins and Templars even existed. This is basically a prequel to all Assassin's Creeds. Think Black Flag, i.e. not much to climb outside of villages. So that again, this is posted in the first week of January 2016, almost 2 full years before Origins released. Well, the game was made between the game being made between Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed. It was cancelled, and most of its tech was used in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's true.
This one has a lot more story than any of the rest. Going back to ancient Egypt means they can do whatever they want without historical accuracy in quotations to hold them back. Can't take that risk. Screen Cap might claim and wait for the glaring absence of AC at E3 2016. I believe the next one is going to be a lot less recycling, which is nice. You play as a slave or ex-slave. He looks a lot like Altair, but with dark skin. Well, you know what he kind of does.
Yeah.
He's not edgy, from my understanding. He's a nobody that barely speaks.
They changed
A
that.
lot
They must
changed.
have
Again, this is
changed
2 years before. We know that story is the main thing that can change in that time. The biggest difference about this one is how colorful it looks. Like, holy fuck, blue skies, lush vegetation, and desert sequences where you get mirage and shit.
I love that line.
All you have, you have a pet eagle you can control.
This was so specific. This was so fucking specific.
This dude knew everything. Forget Prince of Persia, it will never come back. The reason why AC exists at all is because Prince of Persia meant Ubisoft had to pay for license. Since they don't own the IP, Assassin's Creed is Ubi's own IP, so merchandising and all that shit is theirs to keep. Prince of Persia is financially not worth it. No, the world is made from scratch, no recycling. The only recycling is animation.
Yeah.
True. And even then, this one will change most of it. As far as recycling goes, this next one will have the least amount of it. PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Not sure if it'll be on Switch. Makes next. Okay. They might do that and sell it when the AC movie is out in 2016. I don't know. Yes. Because the replies aren't there. It's just this guy's responses. So there's no context to certain questions it's responding to. No one works on consoles anymore. Only programmers and technical directors have console dev kits. The rest work on PC since the ports to consoles are so easy with the new gen, which is true. When you put it in, like, sounds a bit... So some of these... It's not naval combat. It just means of navigation. And some interiors you can enter for quests. I don't know if I can include the movie... Some movie question. I'm trying to find some more.
Focuses more on adventure.
Oh yeah, I'm not wrong. The original game included Greece, which you can travel to, but it was cut from the game due to scale issues. So naval side is now a mystery to me. So naval must have been to travel, but now they've taken it out. So they've built this naval gameplay for this time period, but so they had to use it. So they added the Aya bullshit with it because she isn't mentioned in this. So she was an added addition just so they could do these naval missions. There are talks of making a trilogy with the same character. They might explore Greece, Rome next. So, yeah. You tell me. You tell me. You tell me.
Yeah.
How real these things are. Come on. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, this leak was very, very realistic. I just, like, I want to... what I want is a link to that, to the actual 4chan post for the most recent leak we got, because I want to see if the bloke's been replying like the other guy did, but I can't seem to find an actual link to the actual post. So
yeah, well, the post's been deleted. The original post, like, this is all just that's left is 4chan copies of the post. Yeah. Post is gone. So there's just, like, things like this where there's like copies. People have, like, saved the thread, thankfully. I'm trying to look through if there's anything else. Oh, by the way, online co-op is completely cut from the series for the time being. Not sure if it'll ever come back, to be honest. Everyone wants to know why people seem to think mechanics don't work in that setting. I kind of understand though. You have to redesign the character, his or her controls from scratch. That means you cannot recycle animation other systems. Every AC game is fucking expensive to make, so recycling is essential. Without it, other things will be sacrificed. Okay, I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's most of the post. But you tell me. Yeah. You fucking tell me.
Yeah, well, obviously the next game's got to be Greece. Logically, based on that leak, and just, you know, in terms of recycling as well, like, they always recycle, especially with, like, the development cycle they have of, like, even if it's 2 years, they've still got to recycle things. So, yeah, I mean, we don't know if any of the details are correct, but I think the one constant thing that's probably very correct is Greece, and maybe the naval, but...
Well, it makes sense, because, I mean, Greece, you've got the Greek islands, it just makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. And this bloke that leaked Empire said there's no naval combat, it's just a means of travel, meaning the boats. They must have added the naval sections in later on. You would think.
Well, when they realised that it's not even going to be used for travel, they're like, well, what can we use it for? We could do just combat missions.
Yeah, so
Because it's Ubisoft Singapore that do the naval stuff.
that leads
right?
me to believe that later in development they decided, okay, so because they were gonna do full naval in the next game, or like proper naval in the next game, they were like, okay, so we can put some naval, in Origins, like the naval.
It's
missions
literally
in
Assassin's
3.
Creed 3,
Yeah.
then to Black Flag.
Yeah. So, I think that makes sense. I think it's Greece, but other than that, the details are pretty up in the air. Like, they're all different.
Look,
so.
that's what I'm saying. Take all the leaks with a grain of salt. The only thing I'm sure about is Greece. I really am, man. I really am. And maybe I'm going to be wrong, but we've been pretty good. Like, this is what I kept saying. We're pretty good over the years to know what's what and what's fake.
Yeah.
And, you know, we haven't really been wrong yet. I wouldn't do that because I don't want to, like, ruin my reputation for, you know, talking shit, coming on podcasts or making videos and literally just talking lies. And like saying, oh no, guys, don't worry about this. Will be here, and it's not. Like, I never want to do that unless I was pretty sure. And I'm 99% sure. The same way I was with Empire, saying I'm not sure about everything, but I'm telling you it's set in Egypt. At the very least, it's in Egypt. I was 99% sure. And I'm the same with Greece.
Yeah.
And things like naval just make sense. Whether the leaks know that or not, it would the same way Greece is the next thing. It's because it's logical.
Yeah.
And they love it, and I think it is a great addition. It just wasn't well done in Origins, but I think it could be good if it's like a bit more freedom to it. It's not as much of a mission mechanic as it is a fun means of traveling between cool locations.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think so. I think out of all the leaks we've gotten, that most recent one is the most appealing to me. It's the one that sounds the best, that will be the most interesting. I mean, whether they do it, who knows? I mean, like, I said this on Horsey and Fox, talking about, when we talked to Amar about a Bayek sequel, and he got very defensive, and that led us to believe they're not doing it, which makes sense. Yeah. What I found interesting is when I thought about it, do you remember back when that image got leaked? And it was Origins, and we were all saying, oh, this was probably real, and he said it's not. I remember him getting, like, I don't want to say, like, angry or pissed off, but I remember him, like, on Twitter sort of, like, laying off a bit of steam, being like, you know, this is an image, there's nothing to it, why is everyone saying this is Origins, you know, there's no, like, why is everyone saying this is Assassin's Creed, you don't know anything, there's no proof, blah, 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 like, and that would lead you to believe, well, then it's not, because he's pretty pissed off about it. So maybe he's just really good at, like, hiding his actual thoughts on things.
Yeah, maybe. I don't believe that at all. I don't think he's really good at that. I just think, you know...
I just think back to that time, and I'm like, it was similar, so who knows really what he's actually thinking.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I also don't care what he's thinking. I know what I've seen, and I know what's what when it comes to this shit, and so do you. So, yeah. I don't need Amar to say whether something is or isn't. Fuck that. Fuck that.
But yeah.
Anyway, that's enough.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's enough Assassin's Creed for
2
today.
weeks time, E3, and we'll know. See if they announce an Assassin's Creed remake.
Yeah, well, I mean, 2 weeks' time will be the E3 podcast, which will be doing, all the predictions. By that point, EA's would have happened, so we can talk about Battlefield 5, Anthem. That's about it, because that's all EA has done. If they do something Star Wars related, which they probably won't, because suck. And then we'll be right before. Oh, by the way, so I haven't said this. So I've got a job.
Oh.
I have a job.
Yay.
But I don't start. That was so enthusiastic. I don't start for a month. So I'm like, 4 weeks I start.
Yeah.
So that means that because I was like, I knew this was coming up, and I've been waiting till I know for sure, because this has been kind of about a month kind of going on with this stuff. So I'm like, I might not be able to watch any of the E3 stuff live, because, you know, it's really late at night, and I'm like, it's a full-time job. I'm working, thank God, 9 to 5, 5 days a week, so no interruptions with the podcast, no interruptions with YouTube.
That's good.
You know, I can still fit one video in a week, podcast galore whenever, so all fucking fine and dandy. Just so everybody knows, I didn't have to join the military or something, which was probably going to be the case. It was going to be the case for a while. Did all my testing, did all that, yep. I'll still do that one day, but just not yet. But yeah, so nice, got that. So E3 after this podcast, I think the Microsoft one is like 4 a.m. for me. it won't be long after we do this podcast. But I'm going to stay up and I'm going to be able to watch it. So I'll be able to be on top of things. So I'm excited for that. I'm very excited. I'll be at your streams and I'll be in the chat and shit. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm fucking looking forward to those streams. That'll be a fucking good time. I love doing those.
Fun. I missed all of them. I didn't watch any E3 stream last year. I was in New Zealand.
I love E3 so much. It's one of my favourite times of year.
I just remember being on a plane back from New Zealand, and by the time I landed, Origins was announced, and the trailer was out, the demo were out.
Oh, that's really depressing.
And no, it wasn't. Like, I had the best trip of my life. I remember someone said, "Oh, you're in New Zealand doing a trip while the biggest leaks are coming out for Assassin's Creed now, dude." And I just replied, "I don't give a fuck about Assassin's Creed."
God,
I couldn't give two shits. I can only imagine, bro.
I can only imagine. Victoria. I can only imagine.
Shout out Victoria Atkin. The only voice actor from Assassin's Creed to ever come in our podcast.
Yeah.
And the only one that ever will. She's, I mean, you know, okay, that's a stretch.
She's not the best, but like, you know.
Yeah, she's cool. Yeah, we like Victoria. Yeah, so do I. She's cool. She's very cool. Yeah. But also, yeah.
Next game, if you fry sequel, please. Actually, lasers. I'd prefer Edward Kenway sequel, please. Actually, I think would be good. Lasers.
Oh, cool. Yeah, great response.
I like Connor Kenway. Can we have a Connor Kenway sequel, lasers? Okay. Lasers. Yeah, I guess we can, man. If you want, I'll go talk to you,
dude. Stop talking shit about Assassin's Creed 3, James. I wrote you. Did you not get the 3 essays I wrote you? Did you not get my essays? Did you not?
You're still talking shit. We had this last week, lasers. Yeah. You're still talking shit.
Dude, I sent you the essay last week, man. Did you not? Why are you still talking shit? I sent you the essay. After I wrote that essay, and you read it, obviously, there's no way you can not like Assassin's Creed 3 because the essay I wrote was the truth.
Oh god, those poor people.
Get the fuck out of here. Dumbest shit. Oh my god, Jesus, I'm getting tired. I'm trying to stay.
I'm fucking falling apart, man. My voice. I've deteriorated.
Yeah, we're almost at the end. We're so close, man.
Okay, thank fucking god. I'll crawl to the finish line.
We don't have to make the full 3. We just need to get through the rest of the topics.
What else we got?
We're 2.5 hours in. We can stop whenever at this point. It's not like, oh, it's too short, we can't stop. We're good now. But we'll just... I wanted to talk about Jurassic World Evolution.
Oh, yeah.
A secret marvel of a game that's coming out people don't know about. We don't have to talk about that much. We talked about it on Clubhouse last week a lot. But I just want to say, for those who don't know, look up Jurassic World Evolution. It's a sequel to Jurassic Park Genesis, I think was the name of the game. Yeah. Back on PS2. Love that fucking game. You build your own Jurassic Park, do science research, have your own dinosaur pens, bring guests in, try to build your park, make it as cool as possible. It's fucking tremendous. This new game looks tremendous. James, have you checked it out, and what did you think after I told you to check it out?
I think I watched the full gameplay demo, which was really fun. I was really into it.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. And something that's really cool is I got an email from the company that's making the game for like a review copy requests, and so I was like, yeah, fucking hell, I'm getting on this. So I replied to him and I was like, oh yeah, I'll love one, please.
Get me a send him another
Try
email.
Emailing him. Send him an email. Be like, hey.
Send me their email and I'll email them. How about that? You just be like, I'm in this company with this guy. Can he also have a review copy, and then we'll both talk about our podcast. That's what you need to do, mate. That's the type of shit.
That's true.
That's it. True. That's what I'm talking about. But
yeah, it looks
so you like sick, beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm very. It's only a couple of weeks. It'll come at the same time as The Crew 2, your favorite game of all time that you need to for sure relax about though.
No, it's gonna be the best.
Oh my god, you have the house. Oh my god, you have a character. Shut the fuck up. It's not that good though, is it?
Yes, it is that good. It's literally that good.
It's literally that good. Is it literally that good?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
God, you need to stop.
It's so
I hope
good.
it sucks.
No.
I hope you don't enjoy it. I wish hurtful things upon you and The Crew 2.
That's unkind. That's mean. The Crew 2 is very good. I'm going to enjoy The Crew. I'm going to have a good time with The Crew, and you're going to be there like, hey man, I've got Horizon and big shoes and also am a noob, and I'm going to be happier. At the end of the
And
day.
turned in the world. Look, I'm not going to wish bad upon you, but I'm not going to be against someone talking bad about you. And the crew too.
Yeah. The crew 2 is so sick.
I'm not going to be against someone talking shit about you dying.
Oh god.
Yeah, jokes about things.
I sent you the press email for the company.
Thanks, bro.
Just send them an email and be like, "Hey, cunts."
Oh, the UK, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, that's just the press email. It's just they're a UK company, so they just
Bullshit,
have a UK email address.
Yeah, okay.
Just the one that's on their website.
All right. Okay, I believe you.
Okay. Cool.
There's two more topics I want to get through.
Yes.
They don't have to be long. We can get through them. Detroit Become Human.
Ooh.
I don't really know anything about it, and it's kind of come out of nowhere for me.
Yeah, it came out
But
of nowhere
tell
for me
me,
as well.
you've played it. Tell me about it. Sony. So it's PlayStation exclusive.
Yes.
Who's developed?
Oh shit. What's the fucking Quantic Dreams or something? They made Heavy Rain.
Okay, never played Heavy Rain, but I know.
I've never played Heavy Rain either, but the digital deluxe edition on PS4 store, which is the only version of it you can buy, comes with Heavy Rain, like the PS4 version of Heavy Rain. So that was cool. So I have that as well. So I'll play that at some point. But yeah, it's a fucking sick game. I like, it came out of nowhere, and I was always interested. I thought it looked cool, but it does characters really well. Like it really tackles it goes deep on the subject they're trying to go into, which is essentially like this world where people have androids as servants that sort of do things for them, and they're treated differently by different people, and you play as various different androids that are in this world that are in Detroit, and you get to see their experiences and how they develop, and you know where that goes. Sort of, you know, it's really fucking interesting. It's hard to explain what's so good about it, but they do world building well. They do storytelling well. Like, I believe this world. It feels very believable. The graphics are gorgeous. They do like little things that PS4 games always do, with like tiny little animation things, like if you move around a character or if you step over something, like it looks really nice. And the gameplay is just fun. Like, it's different depending. Like, it's not just like you have a scenario. It's like, okay, use the exact same tools to do this, and then use the exact same tools to do this. It's like you're always sort of, every time you go into a new scenario, there's different things you can do and interact with, and there's not, like, it's not heavily gameplay based. Like, it's like Heavy Rain, where it's like you move around an area and you interact with things by like swiping or by moving the stick or whatever. But it's engaging and it's fun, and the story is really what drives it, and it's a really interesting story. And it's like a really well done story where they actually go into it. It's not just like this surface level story where they're trying to tell like a thing. They really go into it with like the emotions and, like, you know, the way these androids are treated, and like there's some stuff where it's like it's pretty dark sometimes, and I really like that shit. It's a really good game, and I would recommend people checking it out. I'm gonna do a review on it once I've finished it, and just sort of do a bit of a review thing. But yeah, it's really fucking great from what I've played so far.
I haven't watched Colin's review of it either, but that's something I need to do as well.
Colin said it's his favourite PS4 game this year, is what he said about it.
Well, he also didn't think God of War was a masterpiece, so Colin was, he's just wrong about this in particular thing. You know, there's some Colin,
with,
I love you,
Colin,
but you're just wrong about this.
But, you know, he's the same guy that sort of got me to play Horizon Zero Dawn, like sort of big that game up, and I fucking love that. So when I heard, because I wasn't sure whether I was going to get Detroit, but I watched his review, and when he said some good things about it, and sort of it made me interested. I was like, okay, I will play this. And it is really good. It's another really good PlayStation exclusive. It's not a game of the year, I don't think, but it's better than a lot of third-party games. Like, it is a very engaging game, and you can tell it's a PS4 exclusive. You know, it's one of those sort of special games.
Alex just said, who's Colin?
Colin Moriarty. It's Colin.
Our favourite personality in the gaming industry.
Alex must have missed that whole part, because he was gone for a while.
He was gone for a while. So just look up
yeah.
Colin's Last Stand, the YouTube channel, and his main one he's working on now is Colin's Last Stand Side Quest, which is his gaming one. That's who we're talking about. Colin Moriarty, a future guest on the Kill Connor Club podcast, hopefully. That's our dream guest. That'd be our number one guest, wouldn't it? Number one dream guest?
I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, hopefully, I'm pretty confident, James. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. Good.
It'll happen one day. One day.
Yeah.
One day. No idea when it'll happen, but one day. The same way we were confident about getting Roger Craig Smith and Darby McDevitt on one day.
And Abu Bakar Salim. So upset. Oh god.
I definitely don't care. And if he asks to come on the podcast again, I'd tell him no. I'd tell him to go fuck himself.
You know what, Abu? Go fuck yourself. That was me playing out the scenario. That was not me telling him to go fuck himself. He's fine. Very sweet lad.
I like Abu, but
yeah, I like him too.
Just not welcome on the podcast.
Oh god. But yeah.
Oh, don't worry. No one from Ubisoft is.
Oh god, I can't laugh anymore. I have to laugh like a snake. Oh god. Yeah, I can't. Oh, I'm actually dying. I'm actually fucking dying. And I have to go and see Solo in like an hour or something.
That's cool. Well, you don't have to talk at least. You can just sit and enjoy it. What's going on in the chat? Poon him in the wilder. Yeah, fucking hello, Will.
Poon who?
What? Abdul the village idiot. He was such a active person a while ago, and he's just not around anymore. Tyler is the type of person who, I know, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen him in ages. Tyler's the type of person who would hate on James.
Hate on me?
Yet if anyone else talks shit about him, he will hunt them to the ends of the earth.
I think those are both two extremes.
Well, it's kind of true, because I give you shit. I think he means giving you shit. I give you shit all the time.
You hate on me. You're a hater. Dab.
Yeah.
I didn't actually dab.
Sure.
I just said dab.
Yeah, I know. But you did dab, didn't you?
I've never dabbed in my life.
You fucking noob.
I've never even ironically dabbed. That's how cool I am. So
dude, I'll dab on you. Fucking got ya.
Dabbing on those haters. That's what we do around here, because we're savage. You fucking noob. Yeah. Tyler, I'm in here. Tyler in here. I think he means Tyler, I'm here. No. Yeah, no, I get that, Abdullah, but I'm just saying that's what my point is. You are here, and I haven't seen you in forever. Yeah.
You used to be around before.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that. He started showing up to streams again recently. Okay, my voice is really fucking going. I literally can't fucking speak.
Dude, it sounds the same. But sounds the same.
No, but I'm like forcing it out. Like, it really fucking hurts. Oh god.
Well, I'm gonna speaking of Detroit Become Human. Yes. It sounds like an interesting concept. It sounds interesting. I'm gonna watch Colin's review. I'm gonna wait for you to finish and review it, and then I'll decide whether I want to buy it.
It's a good game. It's one that you could probably play whenever, though. It's not like you need to play it right now. So if you did want to wait, you can wait. But...
It's not God of War when you're like, Tyler, get God of War, the first Clubhouse. We did like 2 days after you got God of War, and like, Tyler, you have to get it. And we had Brendan, he was like, you have to get it. I'm like, okay. And I went and got it that afternoon. I'm like, holy Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. It's like Detroit is, if you're looking for a good game to play and you really want a good engaging story, then pick it up. But you can do that whenever. So, it's a really good game though. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Oh, cool. The only thing I really wanted to talk about was yesterday the Christopher Robin trailer.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
I showed my parents that at dinner tonight, and they were like laughing with happiness and joy.
That was
like,
literally
oh my God,
me
can't wait to see.
Watching it. I teared up a bit, but it was like I was laughing at it because I was just so happy. I was like, this is so good. The characters are like perfect. It's so I love it. The same
old voice actors. Like, I'm so fucking excited for this. I love Winnie the Pooh. In fact, they've got all the same voices for everything. Yeah. I'm just like, and Ewan McGregor. Oh,
it's gonna be so good.
Any more perfect? It just looks like wholesome awesomeness and just beauty. And I cried every time I watched the trailer. I saw someone tweet like something like, with a link to the trailer, and it was like a woman going, "My husband just texted me going in capital letters, emotional terrorism," and then a link to that trailer, and I'm like, it kind of is.
Yeah.
I was just emotionally ruined after watching it. I was like, I have to. Yeah, I definitely have to sleep right now because I can't take any more emotions.
Yeah, it was a fucking great trailer. Really can't wait for that movie. It's going to be great.
Oh man,
Christ!
So if you haven't seen the Christopher Robin trailer, go see it because we're kind of dying a bit here because James is dying. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, well,
run through the topics. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this podcast, please like it right now on the stream.
Do that.
Give us a review and 5 stars, or go fuck yourself if you don't give us 5 stars on iTunes.
Yes.
To get our podcast out there, like it on SoundCloud. Follow us as well on SoundCloud if you haven't already, and subscribe on iTunes so you keep getting notifications about new podcasts. And again, put a notification on, and if you don't like anything James does on his channel, it's understandable, I get it, but go to the playlist of Kill Connor Club and hit a notification so you know when something's been added to that playlist. So you know you can do that. Playlists are like its own thing. You can be notified by playlists. Yeah. Am I making that up? Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's.
I feel maybe. Like I don't know. I've never heard of that, but it might be true.
I thought it was. I'm pretty sure you can subscribe to. You can subscribe to playlists. So surely.
What? Can you? Hold up.
Yeah.
Go check. I'll just go check. I'll do it. I'll go to. Hang on. I'll go to Tynamite, and I'll go to the.
Because I have a different Kill Connor Club playlist than you do.
Yeah, I'll go to your playlist. Hold up.
And mine's the main one that comes up with the most views. No big deal.
Screw it. I'll go to your Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough playlist, and I'll just see if I can do it from this. So what can I do? Can I hit? No, I think you're fucking lying.
What's this? What is remove? What is remove? What?
Remove. What do you mean? Remove the video.
Does I have a tick next to it? Hang on. What's that? Hang on. Remove from live. You can save playlists. And yeah, so you can save playlists.
You're looking at your own playlist.
I'm looking at your playlist.
Oh.
Your Kill Connor playlist. Why do you have the Avengers Infinity War spoiler cast in the playlist and not the God of War spoiler cast in the playlist? You fucking.
Yeah. I'd laugh, but I can't.
How does that even make sense?
I don't know, man.
So you can save playlists. You can save them. Anyway, just subscribe to our fucking channels and hit the bell icon for notifications. You fucks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that was so aggressive.
Do that. We'd love it very much.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And if you'd like more awesome content, as well as a surprise over at patreon.com/asalways, go do it because it is a good surprise. I don't even want to say what it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to keep it real low key of what it is.
It's really good though. I watched it. It's great.
Did you like it?
I liked it a lot. Yeah, I had a fucking great time.
I'm really happy with it. I did a re-edit of it and I finished it. So it's if proper one that I will release eventually to the public in like a month's time is done, finished. I'm going to finish the rest of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, people that know me can tell what it is, probably from what I'm saying. But yeah, figure it out. Go to patreon.com/asalways. $1, you get access to a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah, you do.
And
oh god, hang on. Right, let's do the fucking list. Hold up.
Can you do the list? Are you going to be able to do this?
Yeah, I'll fucking do it. All right.
Right.
Okay, if you want to subscribe, what am I saying? If you want to pledge to As Always, which you should want to do, because it's just $1 and you get lots of really cool, epic things, and you'll be not a noob. You can be really cool, and some of the people we have here who are supporting us are King Richard III, Bullsack47, Tman or Travis, Billy the Team Tournament Captain Robertson, Josh Devillier, Damian, Mario53A, Lumistrad, Josh Jordan, MCZ68, Ben or Modorox, TheHumbleWorm, Elsterco91, Emil Katborg, Austin, Sjors, GdayItslaZer, Prudhvi Muvva, Shaded Rav, Julli, Adam Sundling, HBars12, SaggyTits, Jason Lasmadici, the ACMJS, James and Ladd, Frankie Gaffney, Yazin, Joe the Sexy Boy Smith, Brian Ford, Connor DeRose, Ginger Nut Jared, George Longer Fox, Joshua Mora, Gene, Marcus Blackburn, Nimbus, Seth, Oscar, Ravjai, Son of a Bitch, OG Adogo, Brendan OBQ Overlord, and Pink Flame 313. Thank you so much, everyone. And bloody fucking go pledge. Thanks, lads.
Yeah,
And if
let's
you
do
haven't
it.
already watched my Red Dead 2 video, go and watch that because it was a good time. And
also your
appreciate it.
Sony video you just did the
Oh,
couple days
yeah.
before that.
And that one as well.
It's a good time.
It's also a good time.
And I put up an E3 preview and predictions kind of chill mini podcast thing that was a fucking nightmare to make, by the way.
Oh, I
Like, it
love
was just
seeing that
another-
time lapse
spend
of your
the-
camera falling down. That was fucking great. That was so
Like, it
good.
was so frustrating. Oh my god.
I want to see the footage. I want to see the footage of what it looked like when you were
whole
talking
thing
about E3, but it's just
was-
your torso.
Crutch, my torso and crutch area. Disastrous, man. Like, I spent the whole day, I wrote a big, like 3 pages of every press conference, what, like the games that are going to be there.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm looking up everything in the schedule. I'm writing my notes of like what I think's going to happen in each one. I was like, cool, I'm going to just sit down and kind of do a bit of a podcast and talk to the camera. It'd be great. And I'll just chuck in game footage once in a while, but it'll mostly be just a nice visual, kind of chill commentary chat. Then I've lost when I moved my camera battery charger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I had to put my phone on my tripod, I've used Blue Tack, and then it just slowly falls down. And it's 30 minutes of recording, and it's fallen all the way down. And I suspected it by the end, but I wasn't 100% sure how bad it was. And then it was so bad, I was like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, now I have to spend all this time, because the whole thing's going to be game footage now, so I'm going to have to get a million bits of trailers and game footage, which took me forever.
Oh.
Then I uploaded it. It didn't work because Nintendo blocked it, because you can't put Nintendo footage.
Fucking Nintendo.
And then I'm like, God damn it. And then I went to upload it the next day when I went to bed, because I upload at night because uploads take so fucking long with Australian terrible internet. And then it failed to upload just cause. And I'm like, oh my God, I hate this video. I just want to delete it. It's a piece of shit video. It sucks. But go watch it. I really appreciate that.
God, I skimmed through
God.
it. But
Yeah.
I liked the beginning. That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
appreciate
gonna
that.
fucking die. Alright,
I'll try
thanks
to
everyone
shut
so much for joining us. We'll see you in a week for Kill Connor Clubhouse. See you in 2 weeks for Kill Connor Club, which will be the E3 preview one / EA Play review. So that'll be great. Cunt, I'm gonna die. Alright.
Okay.
See you later, boys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh shit, I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. Alright, bye.